In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Hello and welcome to a show called Hate, a show about love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
I'm John. I guess. Look at me.
Look at me.
Okay.
I'm the captain now.
It's a power play.
Yeah. I thought, what have I not done to try and distract you? So I just thought, I'll just do it.
Just do it.
I'll just do it.
But also, you knew it as well.
Yeah, I've been listening for the 102nd
time.
You
or
want
whatever. Me to be outraged. I'm actually just touched that
Yeah.
you've ever paid attention to what we were saying.
Beautiful moment I just watched.
I was coming. I was on the way here. I thought, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because
I'm just going to do it.
This is genuine, surprising reaction. We did not know you were going to do
To be honest, I didn't know for sure I was going to do it until I started doing it.
You did it with so much confidence there.
Yeah, thank you.
Fuck.
That was good, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
You do. I feel like a lot of your life decisions have been done in that manner. Like you didn't really know you were going to do them, and then when you did them,
and then afterwards, I just thought, oh yeah, I did that.
Good God.
And you committed fully.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to.
You don't want to choke. No.
Like you can't jump off a cliff and then regret it.
No.
Really?
No, this was exactly
literally.
Like that.
Are you going to do the next bit as well, Captain Words?
What's the next bit? I only listen a bit.
Right. Well, I was going
listen to that first bit.
Well, I was going to say if you enjoy the show and you'd like to support it.
I didn't know which bit when that came in. I thought that came in at the end of the show.
That came in like post 100. We'll do it at the end as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that bit.
Thank you. Very
format
kind.
is king.
Well, I'm just saying, if you enjoy the show and you've been with us on this long journey, or if you're new to the show, we do have a Patreon.
We do.
You can support us on that. And we've got some bonus episodes, including our commentary track for Sonic the Hedgehog 2020 or 1900, whenever that movie came out.
Yeah. Or pre the incident.
In the before times.
Yeah. It'll be known as the year dot eventually, I think.
One of the most important movies, in retrospect, ever made.
Probably, actually, yes. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I saw the poster for Sonic 2 today. It looks fucking good.
This is the thing, right?
I'm concerned that this movie might have listened to morons like us and is actually going to deliver.
This is what, because I saw the Super Bowl trailer thing, whatever, the most recent trailer that they've released.
Yes.
And I saw some things in that trailer that honestly looked like they were pointedly addressing things that we mentioned on this podcast that we hated about the first film.
I haven't seen this, but you two shared a clip.
Indeed. A screenshot.
A screenshot, if you will, of what appeared to be a giant robot with a mustache.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's everything I've ever wanted.
I feel
but that's like a Sonic specific element, which is what our biggest complaint was, that it was a cut and paste movie.
And
arguably that's our biggest complaint.
I still think that's true.
I think so.
But this actually seems to, be doing things.
Yeah, we got badniks
Sonic
that look like game badniks.
Do you think there's a dark bargain going on here where it's like for every second of it's a CGI robot with a mustache, that's a minute of James Marsden they couldn't afford?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What's more expensive, a minute of James Marsden or a minute of a CGI colossal robot?
It's hard to say. Or a minute of CGI James Marsden.
Which they
That's your
inevitably...
third option.
Yeah.
They've got to go. Eventually we'll have to go down that route.
They've spent a lot of money on an AI James Marsden, I heard. Yeah. Because he's so important to the story and the plot and the franchise as a whole.
Central.
If he dies, they are fucked.
Yeah. Actually, though, I feel this is kind of leading into my fan theory that at some point James Marsden will actually die on camera. And
not his character, but James Marsden.
Yeah, well, they're kind of interchangeable. Let's be honest.
Right. Yeah.
And Sonic will use the magic of the Chaos Emerald, which is clearly inside him.
Yes.
To resurrect James Marsden as one of Sonic's people, and he'll be Big the Cat.
What's Big the Cat?
Big the Cat is a big fat cat.
Big the Cat is a legit...
From Sonic?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I
don't know that.
He's at least 20 years old,
That's the
isn't
Sonic
he?
character that I know that Chris doesn't know.
No,
I feel powerful now.
Never heard of that.
Very powerful.
Well, we kind of dipped after we didn't get into the 3D generation, did we?
Sonic Adventure.
What, of games? Or
No, of novels. Of course, for games. Yeah.
The 3D novels.
I've really riled him, haven't I? That whole announcement
You have
thing.
crossed the line.
I've really upset him.
It's all gone off kilter.
No, yeah. No, not really. No, I played a Mega Drive 3D Sonic.
Yeah, 3D Blast was it?
Whatever. That was
Yeah.
it. Which I recall, but that's as far as I made it with 3D elements.
Yeah. So, but I think
gaming
when
with
Sonic got gnarly,
Sure.
Sonic Adventure, when did that come out?
Ooh, well, it was Dreamcast era,
Dreamcast,
whatever that was.
2000.
I never made it further than that, and I think that game is on the PlayStation 2 amalgamation of all the Sonic games.
Oh yeah.
Like the Mega Mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called Plus or something. I
Yeah.
can't remember. Anyway,
Nice.
Anyway,
it's on there. So that's as far as I ever got with gaming.
Anyway, my point is, there is a character called Big the Cat.
Okay.
Who's a giant purple cat.
Right.
Unsurprisingly, he is quite big.
Yeah.
He goes fishing.
He's got a fishing
Is he a
rod.
bad guy?
Well,
Or is
you
just-
play as him.
Oh,
Do you?
God.
Yeah, he's a playable character.
Is he? Right.
Because that was the thing about Sonic Adventures. It had like 6 different playable characters, and one of them was a badnik. You could play as a robot.
That's fun.
And that was quite cool. I don't know if he was a good guy or not. I can't
I'm sure he
remember.
was.
Does the bandit go fast?
He's not very fast. No, he's kind of slow
He
actually.
goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to go hard.
But he can't. He's indestructible, presumably.
No,
He's just slow.
he's slow and
You
he's
just
weak.
play the game slightly slower and die a lot more.
If
Yeah.
there's one thing the games have taught me, though, is that the badniks are anything but indestructible. They're
No, that's
actually
very
A
true.
slight
Very-
tap on the head from a
Very
hedgehog,
easy to destroy.
and they will fall apart. If anything, that was Robotnik's biggest sort of flaw with his
Yes.
master plan. Really,
And he kept doing it.
very flimsy robots.
He kept doing it.
Did this lovable badnik who you
I
played
think he was
as
called E102.
E102?
I don't know how I remember
That's a
that.
charming name.
Yeah.
Did he have? Everyone's like, "Oh, I really love this badnik. I'm really warming to him." And he's like, "Cool, let me just store something in my chest." And then he opens it, and there's like a bird, like kind of
Yeah.
crucified on cables inside
Attached to
him.
neurons and cables into its mind. Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Jesus Christ!
That's surely.
No, I'm your buddy."
Yeah, no, trust me.
E102.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, so we don't want to give away all the stuff we did with the Sonic commentary because we're just selling the farm at the moment.
No, but I do
But
take
pay
your,
for it or else.
I do take your point about Sonic 2. Like I think we should do what we did with the last film.
Well, we're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to watch it.
We will do.
Yeah.
We
But
will
I think we should do what we did last time in terms of coming up with some predictions.
Sure.
And then
We'll review it.
watch the film and
Yeah,
review
we'll
it.
put them in a sealed envelope. and
I'm
then we'll-
prepared to love this film. I am prepared
Oh!
to do that.
I don't want to be a Grinch. I'm
No.
not going in to hate
No,
it.
no.
I think it's going to be infinitely better than the first one.
But I want people to know, right,
Yeah.
that if I love this film, it's because it's everything that the first one wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay? It's not that I've come around.
No.
I haven't come around to anything.
No.
Fuckos.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean,
Listen up.
Please do not refer to the listeners as fuckers.
it's a corporate note. Yeah.
The lawyer tells us we have to say it.
Is it?
Please sign these documents indicating that you did not save Krusty.
But is it good that they are ramping up?
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it a necessity? Right. Did they... And I say necessity because I don't believe this, truly. But did they think, well, we can't go really hard with all the Sonic stuff on the first movie because what if everyone hates that?
Yeah.
But now we've earned some goodwill with the first movie. Let's go a bit harder with 2. And then maybe on 3, it'll be full on, entirely set in Sonic's world.
That'd be nice.
I do feel the first one was done on an absolute shoestring budget.
Yeah. Well, that's apparent. Yeah.
I mean, watching it again,
Oh, sure.
it was kind
Remember they had to redesign the whole character.
yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
That probably cost a lot of money.
But what went? I know it's an old joke now, but like, what went through? We were chatting about this earlier.
It's mad that they thought that was a good
It is-
idea. If it was, if
to
that's
the point,
what happened,
conspiracy theories abound.
I feel like it must have been deliberate.
That's wild.
feel- It must have
can't.
been.
That's not a world I want to live in.
That is potentially the cleverest and therefore most terrifying
Yeah.
marketing stunt I've ever.
I don't know
conceived.
how anyone could have done that deliberately, and that amount of people gone. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and
he
yet,
carry
looks
on.
amazing.
And yet, they do let Jim Carrey have like a 9-minute scene where he just kind of
Yeah.
insults an army general.
But we've said it before. You pay for Jim Carrey, you
Yeah.
get Jim Carrey.
yeah, you do. You
That's-
can't
that's it.
rein that in.
I'd imagine those were the entire negotiations with his agent. That's all he said.
It's like
and they just went, okay, done.
90% of the budget is Jim Carrey, maybe.
And the other
80%.
and then 9 is Sonic,
9 is Sonic.
and then the one is redesigning Sonic, and then the surplus is James Marsden.
Right.
I don't think there's any percent
I don't think there's any left, but I think that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And then this film, a lot of money's gone into creating the AI version.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they got James Marsden in on what Mark Hamill. Maybe
Sure.
they were like, I'll do
I
it.
thought you were going to say work experience.
Well, he's like, I'll do it for scale, but I want 2% of the action
oh, I
figures.
see.
You know,
yeah.
he's on
Is
the back
there a
end.
James Marsden action figure
What was
from
Oh
the
my
Sonic
God.
movie?
Right. Fuckos. Sorry, I don't mean to call you that again.
Donut Man.
Yeah. Donut.
Send
Lord.
me a James Marsden.
Let's have a look while we're
action
talking.
figure.
Is there?
If there is such a thing, I want one.
What is his actual name? Or is it just Donut Lord?
Just type in Donut
Action
Lord.
figure.
He's
Scott. I want to say. Oh no, because
no,
he's Scott Summers.
that's
in
Cyclops.
X-Men.
Yeah. He's
He's probably got a name. Probably like Emerald.
Thomas Wachowski.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. He's very Thomas Wachowski
Action figure.
action figure.
We're about to find out.
And if
what I wanna
not,
know.
why not?
It's amazing that after 102 episodes, we're still wringing content out of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah, some people would say that we have run out of ideas.
No,
Ah,
there is not.
looks like I'm not getting.
Someone's
one.
made him out of Lego, but that's easy.
That doesn't count.
That's easy to do.
That's the default Lego man,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's just a Lego man with a sheriff's costume on.
When I was Butterchild, I would make.
You're a butter child.
I would make.
You never told us you were a butter child.
Yeah,
I would one of the Lurpak boys.
yeah, the Lurpak butter
Yeah.
children.
I would make Sonic the Hedgehog out of Lego.
How did you do this?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm already regretting that decision.
Okay, I realise in doing this would be quite hard to describe on air.
Okay.
But I would take blue bricks. I believe this is like the lowest.
whoa.
I believe this is the lowest resolution Sonic you can make out
The
of Lego.
blockiest version.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know, like picture, if you will, a Lego house.
Sure.
Sure.
And can you picture like roofing tiles
Just
on
about.
that house?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
those
what
sort
they
of-
might look like.
Yeah.
More or less.
Like a kind of triangular brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine one of those in blue.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you stick that on like a little plank, like a 2x4 flat
Sure.
plank. So it's
Right.
got arms. Then you put a brick for his torso.
I see.
And then two more, and then two little like 2x2 brick legs.
I see.
I realise this is not good for an audio medium.
No.
Yeah.
But you've got like a little blocky inch-high Sonic. And then Knuckles do the same in red.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But you do a slightly longer
Roof
roofing tile.
for a long snout.
Yeah.
And then Tails is probably like the most advanced. You do it
Yeah.
all in yellow.
Sure.
But then I had like a little, you know, those little propeller bits in Lego
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
spin.
It's clever.
I made a little cross out of bricks, stuck that to his ass, and now he's got a spinny tail.
Very good.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
imagination for you.
The power of a child's
Now they just have
imagination.
Lego minifigures. Don't they?
There probably is a
Sonic.
Sonic set.
Oh, there is. There is definitely
Is there?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And is
brought it
it-
out for like the actual Green Hill loop.
Oh.
In
And he's
Lego,
he's
yeah.
like a Lego humanoid, but with
Yeah.
a special head.
But with a
isn't
special
he?
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how I feel
That's
about
how far down the rabbit hole we've gone.
Have you seen those Lego figurines where like they're like, oh, if you want to do a child in Lego, they like it's a Lego figurine, but then he's got different legs,
Yeah, they're like
sort of
stubbier
stumpy
legs.
yeah.
unbendable legs.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like a Yoda. Yoda has those. If you make Yoda out of Lego.
No, but I don't claim to be an expert, but children don't just grow in their legs. They, you know, it's not just like they have a full-grown adult torso and two
Are you
No, no,
giant
no,
suggesting
legs.
suggesting
Oh,
we should just
right.
be, but then yeah, the problem you have with that, John, is that you need to fit it onto the doodahs, the nipples.
Oh, that's what
The
they're
Lego
called.
nipples.
The
The
Lego
Lego
nipples.
The Lego
yeah.
nipples.
The
everyone-
Lego nipples.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if you have like just a scaled down version of a minifigure,
He wouldn't fit.
Wouldn't fit. Would it?
No, that's true.
What I also like is that would therefore mean that all the torsos are interchangeable, including with the children. So you could put a little sheriff torso on
Yeah.
a tiny child legs.
Be funny,
You'd have this
wouldn't it?
mini sheriff.
Very-
That would be really
That,
funny.
that would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
I need to see it to laugh out loud.
Yeah.
But I think if I did see it, I would laugh a lot.
I mean,
at that.
internally, I'm away.
bubbling
I am
over.
away.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just
really
full-
just beside
full
yourself.
of
yeah.
joy.
It's
by the
easily
way.
one of the funniest jokes on the podcast.
Easily,
That-
easily,
yeah.
ever. In fact,
Now you own some Star Wars Lego, don't you, Chris?
Thank
Ray?
you, yes.
Yeah,
That's
That's not a
true.
compliment.
oh no,
Yeah. Now you do any of your Star Wars Lego figurines have that weird double head thing that
What?
Lego figurines do?
Or they have a
now?
face on the back of the head.
Yeah.
oh,
And
yes.
it's like an angry version. or
Yes,
whatever.
Yes,
yeah,
many
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
many of them.
I don't like that.
Why
Okay.
not? Tell me why.
I'm a Lego purist, and I that's
I
humans.
like my,
don't
I like
have
my
heads.
head's yellow and my face is one.
when I used to have my Lego figurines, and
Sure.
and this is a pre-minifig kind of era, so I just have this big blue box full of like random bits of Lego, and And I made all my adventures. All my friends were made of Lego growing up. You know,
Great.
yeah, I was never lonely with my brick boys.
You can tell us everything.
To this day, I'm made of Lego.
I did wonder.
Yeah, it's why you're so painful every time I
Yeah.
step on you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ow!
Lol.
Oh, that hurt.
That's a Lego joke.
That was a good
Everyone
joke,
can appreciate
actually.
that.
Yeah, another
That
good
was
joke
quite
for the
good.
podcast.
Yeah. Let's go. It's two.
Write that down.
Right back.
Two jokes.
Two jokes.
Two jokes in the first 15 minutes.
I think we're doing all right.
So, where were we? Yeah, but anyway, I had a lot of Lego figurines.
Friends.
But not, and friends. But no, that's a lie. The Lego didn't like me, no. But then not a lot of hair pieces.
Oh, right. By that, you mean Lego hair?
Yeah, Lego hair
Yeah.
pieces. So, look at me. Yeah, I've never,
You don't need a
I don't need hair.
Got
So-
enough for 3 men up there.
So my point is, like, through the power of imagination, none of my Lego people had hair. Because I
Right.
didn't have enough hair to go around.
No.
You didn't have any hair?
Well, the Lego figurines.
They had
No, I know what you mean.
Well, it was a grab bag. It was like random
Okay,
Lego.
fine.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I was happy enough to go on this journey where I was like, I appreciate that this Lego person
it's limited.
has no hair, but I know that is not representative of real life.
Sure.
So I had to get used to seeing like a kind of bald
Yeah.
Lego.
They kind
head.
of, they look all right bald.
Yeah,
don't
they work, don't
Yeah,
they?
they
Yeah.
weirdly don't, you don't sort of see a Lego man without hair on and go, he's bald.
No, I'm very struck by the nakedness of that Lego man's
And if
head.
you saw a real life version of that, you'd think someone had been in a terrible accident.
Yeah, especially with that big nipple on
With
the
a
top.
big nipple on the head.
What,
Yeah.
Has anyone ever made a naked Lego man? Like,
Must have.
or woman, for this
There-
matter. Is there, can you buy a naked...
Can you buy an anatomically? He's googling it.
I'm
No.
gonna
Here we
Google
go.
it.
I mean, someone's going to have made it, like,
Naked.
illegally.
You're saying like a Lego
Lego
fig. You
figure.
couldn't get many purely yellow.
Yeah, this is what I'm asking. I
Bits,
don't necessarily
yeah.
want a little cock and balls
there's
on
a-
my Lego man. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, is there an entirely yellow Lego man who is thereby...
Yeah, I mean the answer
Ostensibly
is indisputably yes.
Brilliant,
Based
okay.
on a very quick Google search.
Okay.
I'm not going to get entirely into what I'm looking at the moment, but
It's probably best if you don't.
yes, that has happened.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
indeed. I'm just going to scrub my
Yeah.
history.
Excuse me a moment.
Well, I just melt my phone down.
There's a red bulb flashing on it
Yeah.
in a police control room somewhere now.
The
we
forbidden
found
search.
him.
But yeah, sorry, were you saying something about
So you have bald Lego friends?
bald Lego friends? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I have no issue with that. But
No.
when you're sticking a head on the back of their head,
Mm.
it only works if you can cover it up with
It
something.
does. Yeah. You have to either put a helmet on or some long anime hair of some kind or
Yeah.
something. That's the only way you're going to get around that. Because otherwise you have a two-faced man.
Because I've got
Yeah.
an Ant-Man figurine, and I love Ant-Man.
Yes, you do.
Lego, what a dream! Lego Ant-Man figurine.
What, like a regular Lego man?
yeah.
Or like a small Lego?
Well, no,
Like a minifig.
No, what's a well, a
no,
regular
but
Lego man.
Ant-Man's small, isn't he?
Well, here's the thing. I've got them all.
Oh.
Have you got the tiny one?
Yeah.
How does that one work?
He's about
Is he the size of
8
one-
millimeters tall.
Okay.
He's
Really?
Does
tiny.
he
yeah.
have a nipple at the bottom?
Yeah, he's
There you
literally
go.
like he's
That's
like
how you
Oh, he's
do it.
like singular.
He's like a tiny man standing on a Lego nipple.
Right.
And he can just kind of click onto a thing.
That's quite
But
cool.
I've also got a giant man.
Right.
Who's big.
Ah.
But he's not just an oversized Lego man, is he?
No, he's articulated.
He's made a piece.
You make him, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
understand.
what are we saying? What are we talking about? Yeah. So
dunno.
my point is,
I'm
got a
complete-
face on his
I'm-
back.
I'm lost
I love
already.
Ant-Man.
Sure.
He's one of my little heroes. He's great. And Ant-Man in Lego is an absolute delight. His
Yeah.
helmet is exceptional.
Looks great. Yeah.
Take the helmet off.
Yeah.
What's he got? What's that on
Two-
the back
two
of his head?
faces.
He's got
A
a second.
scar?
He's got a second
no.
face.
A barcode? No.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's got a second face. And what's the second face?
What? It's an angry Ant-Man.
Right. Okay. Is it always anger? second
Well,
face?
I have a Han Solo one, where it's from a set where he's on Bespin about to be carbonized,
Oh, nice.
and he's got one like smirk,
Yeah.
and one like oh shit, I'm about to be carbonized.
Ah, okay.
And when you put his hair on, does it cover up
Yes.
the face on the back of his head?
Yes,
Yeah.
But that's the design, isn't it? That's the point.
But my point is, like, but do all Lego hairstyles? Because
Well,
that default Lego hair.
I would think so, because otherwise, it's a design fail, isn't
I
it?
don't think the default original Lego hair goes down the back.
No,
No, a little tiny,
Maybe a
little,
tiny bit.
little.
no,
bit,
not the
all the
original
way.
hair, but certainly the specific movie ones they've designed.
But
them
this
to
is
do
my
that.
point. But say like you've got like Luke.
Sure.
You've got your Lego set, and it's like Luke's Hoth adventure.
Yeah.
You know, and you've
I
got
love that set.
Yeah, that's a great.
and
set.
you've got Luke. You've got your weird Yay. You know, you've
Sure.
got you've got Luke.
Wampa.
And it's like you've got his regular face, and then you flip his skull around, and he's got like a great big slash across it.
Yeah.
because he's been hit in the face by a
Because
Yay.
he had a motorcycle accident in between the filming of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the Wampa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's,
oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
The Wampa, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, yay, I'm playing with Luke. I'm going to put his helmet on.
Yeah.
And then, but then when you take the helmet off, He's got like a naked head with two faces.
Yeah, but then you put his hair on.
But that's my point. The poor child is
Oh,
screaming.
fucking hell. I mean, if we're going to get into this level of of disseminating Lego, then why are we even bothering?
No, but I'm saying the kid's on a wonderful
Men's faces aren't yellow with nipples on them, John.
Yeah,
Where does it end?
But you're on a
Where does the
wonderful
madness
space
end?
adventure with your little plastic figurines.
Yeah.
And then it's like the transitionary moments where it's like, I'm going to take my helmet off. And then you're like, you're just going to have this.
Oh my God.
And then the hair's got to come on.
Yeah, but if you boil it down
It's
to
like
that degree, you'll never have any fun.
It's like the family shame. Like the Skywalker tragedy is that.
So what you're saying is, in continuity, you want Luke Skywalker to take his helmet off, go, 1 moment please, enemy, and then pop his wig on. To just cover up the back of his head.
I don't know.
Cover his other
What are
face
you
up.
talking
You're
about?
talking about no. You're saying that you've got to do all these things as part of your imagination, and you're stretching it too far.
Yes.
So why don't we just put it into continuity that's how Luke Skywalker is?
Yeah,
No.
Luke Skywalker has 2 faces.
He has 2 faces, and he has to pop his wig on to cover one of them up.
Han has
is
2
that
faces
what you want,
as well.
John? Is that what you
Ant-Man
want?
has 2
I don't
faces.
think you know what you're saying or what you want at all.
I think I know exactly
because,
what I'm saying.
like, just give
Chris
me.
is trying to reverse engineer
Okay.
the situation. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to say
If
that
you-
if you either have no faces,
No faces.
Or-
It's just got way worse.
you suggesting you only want 1 face.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you've got a hat.
But then how are you supposed to play and say, oh no, Han Solo's scared, but Han Solo's like,
the
Han Solo.
What's easier to swallow? Is it well? Actually, Lego
Lego
is
Man.
very easy to
Yeah,
swallow.
yeah,
As you say, what's easier to swallow? The idea that your Lego figurine has 2 alternate states of being,
Or that Han Solo would smirk in the face of carbonite.
it's imagination. But
if it's-
a standard Lego man just smiles benignly all the time.
That's true.
I can
Well, maybe that's the problem.
I can appreciate that this Lego man is not smiling inside. He's having
I
a
dunno.
thrilling space adventure.
I would think to myself,
Thrilling.
I would think to myself, I've put this Lego man in mortal danger, and he's just smirking in my face. So what's the point?
If
He's
you
he's smirking at me. I'm putting him above like boiling water.
He's laughing at you.
and he's laughing at me. If I switched his face around, I'd see he was scared and think, oh, I won't melt him today.
okay, so you've
My torture is working.
Yeah.
you've got Han Solo smirking, or you've got Han Solo screaming in agony.
Yeah, one or the other.
What if you're like, hey, I want to. Those 2 scenes are played out. Now Han is.
Then you buy another set, don't you? Because that's the best
Oh,
bin set.
well, there we go.
That's the best bin set.
That's the
Those
best
are
bin
his
set.
2 emotions in the best bin set. Buy another set.
Sure.
Buy a
another
set where he has
But-
another
but
emotion.
Don't think about it. Just buy it.
Just buy the
Just
Lego.
buy it, okay.
Buy the Lego.
Well, I'm glad.
Just buy the Lego until you have all the expressions you desire.
I mean, arguably, there is a break in immersion when you take his helmet off and he's bald, and then you put the hair on.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether there is a secret face there, which I'll admit is a little haunting and isn't true for Luke.
Yeah.
But the fact that I have to take his helmet off and then I have to put hair back on is
Yeah.
already a bit of a leap. I think
Yeah.
the second face is probably all
You're
right.
fine at that point, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Well, I'm already having to take his hair on and off. so-
Why not? The thing is, like, why not go for a character who's got a lot of hair?
Like
you
a
only,
mullet.
so you only see like a tiny face window through the hair.
Okay.
And then give him like 4 faces.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I'm
they
really
probably
into
have
that.
done that.
Just
yeah.
spin the head around.
Yeah, that sounds
They've probably
great.
done that.
Yeah.
I would have think. Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Lego emotions, and it comes with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
each character comes with like 10 heads, and all of the heads have 4 faces on them, and it goes through everything. There's a
Yeah.
head. There's a face for divorce. There's a face. There's a face for my 3rd therapy session.
Yeah.
You know. There's a face for that's a bit hot.
Yeah. There's all of those. And then there's just like
But because-
normal smile.
But because the Lego character you're describing,
Yeah.
because they're clearly going through a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, their life is horrid.
The irony
Yeah.
is that all those expressions are exactly the same.
yeah.
They're all the neutral.
Doesn't really
Lego Man
feel
faces.
it.
It's just this
Slightly
is fine.
smiling.
It's just that this is
Yeah.
fine means.
This is fine is probably the perfect phrase for the standard Lego man's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always looks like he's just grimacing through. This is
Yeah.
fine. This is fine.
And which is weird because he's had so many professions. You'd think
Yeah,
like,
he can-
you would have found at least one which made him beam.
Can turn his hand to anything, the Lego man. Jack of all trades.
There was you mentioned like is there a naked Lego man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there is.
There is.
I remember
yes.
seeing
I
a-
can confirm.
I remember seeing a little documentary about Inside the Wonderful World of Lego.
Yes, I
or
think
something
I've
like
seen the
that.
same documentary.
I have not seen it.
And they had like a creative director, and they were looking at all the minifigs, which of course became like collectible.
Indeed.
When is a minifig not a minifig? Is a minifig just a name for like?
I think that's what they call them now.
Oh, okay.
That's what they
Yeah,
call
that's-
Lego men.
that's
But you know,
yeah,
all the
brand
collectible ones where they're like they all just come in a wacky costume.
And you get a blind, you don't know what one you're getting. You
Yeah.
get a blind pack. Yeah.
But they were having this big debate about the hot dog man.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
famous one.
Yeah,
What's
'cause-
the debate?
Well, the debate at the time was about his design,
Right.
Because the hot dog, it's got like it goes over his head,
Right.
but then it comes down his body, obviously. and then it kind of emerges at groin level.
Right. How do they do that?
Well, it's like a.
Put it on the top, but then, how do they do that?
It just slips.
I was about to start explaining it before I realised I didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Did you ever have like a Lego?
The confidence you have tonight is insane.
I was really ready then to start explaining it, and then I realised I just didn't know the answer.
Don't let us harsh your mellow. You might as well just carry on with the same enthusiasm.
Did
you ever?
I don't know the answer.
Okay. Did you ever have a Lego?
That was very upsetting.
Ghost figurine?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Leghost.
So how did that work?
Is he transparent?
Glow in the dark.
Well, he had just a block as a face, didn't he?
A solid black block
yeah.
as a face. Yeah. Well,
because he had holes in the ghost cloak,
yes,
for want of a better word. And then that would come through the white.
He didn't have legs. He had just like a brick where his legs would be.
And then a white cape would
like
over the
a
top.
hard white sheath with like eyes and a smiley face.
I have seen that figure now. I think that's
kind of like have a hot dog.
Maybe
man.
it is.
Right,
yeah.
that would
like
make
it
sense.
just kind of slotted over it.
Slaunched on.
Anyway, but they were pointing out that the hot dog that came out of his groin looks a bit phallic in the original model.
Funny.
So then they
That
had,
is
like,
very funny,
Yeah,
yeah.
close up of a man with a file, like kind of like shaving it down.
Shaving his little Willems down.
Yeah.
Little Lego Willems.
Yeah.
They also had in that documentary because I've been to that magical place where Lego lives in Denmark.
Where Lego lives.
It's called Billund.
Ah.
It's the town of Billund.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Lego Town.
Right, Lego Town.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It should be called Lego
The big
Town.
Lego facility is there. And we...
That noise then.
I'm into it.
Anyway, but they had like a very nondescript vault room where they kept one copy of every set they'd ever sold.
badass.
Is that right? Still sealed in a box?
Yeah.
Like the original, never opened, all of that. Yeah.
It wasn't quite as big as I was expecting, oddly enough.
Could you see inside the vault?
Well, I didn't, but in this documentary, the guy...
It's on. I believe it's on all four, or four player, or four all, or all 4-1,
Right.
or 4 iPlayer, or 4
you can stop whatever you want.
Forted,
Fort Boyard.
4 on demand, 4ness. The one that Channel 4 does.
Oh, right.
I see,
Oh, you
yeah,
could have
no,
said
glad-
that.
One of them.
Glad
Yeah,
you cleared that up, yeah.
I think it's on there.
Okay.
Lego. Just type Lego, you'll probably find it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. All of this
Make
I probably
sure.
could have worked out myself. But no, that's
It's
fine.
just- yeah.
No, I appreciate
LEGO.
the work. Yeah. I know how to spell Lego. It's very easy.
Just the one G.
Who's got a hate?
I've got a hate.
Oh,
It kind of connects. Well.
Connects.
Ah!
Connects.
No, wait, I don't get it.
Lego.
Connects was a different
That was a
set.
different brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's
the-
sake.
Make a big Ferris wheel.
But they.
But
Lego does connect together.
Is Connect still going?
Connect.
Is Connect still going?
What, Xbox?
Lego connects.
No,
what was
no.
it? Mechanics.
No, Meccano.
No,
No.
K.
That was a different thing.
K
Yeah.
hyphen Nex. Connects.
Connects.
Connects, unrelated to Microsoft.
Is that crisp?
Family, I'm going to kick you.
Well, Connects was the Ferris wheel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're
Connects.
talking about. But what were you talking about?
I don't care what he's talking about. Talked about
Wasn't
my
there
thing.
a Lego where you construct?
Why are we listening to
construct
Chris now?
things?
I started this.
I believe that's quite fundamental to the concept.
No,
of
it
Lego.
was like
Let's talk about my thing. Let's talk about what I want to talk about.
it was something else.
The Connects thing.
It was something like Lego. Something.
Technic,
Technic.
Yes.
Thank you.
No one cares about that.
which is different to Connects. Which is different
Connects
to...
isn't Lego.
No, that's my point. That's
Oh,
what
I
I'm
see.
saying. It's different. We're actually in
Lego
agreement.
Technic.
It doesn't seem like it.
Who's got a hate?
I've got to hate.
I'm in charge. Look at me. Look at
It is
me.
good that Chris is here, to be fair.
I'm the captain now.
Look at me. I hate. You know, we've all got to wear these masks these days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because of the Rona and everything.
Yeah.
I hate it when people have a goofy character mouth
Sure.
on their mask
Yeah.
over their face.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And then they expect us to just go about business with them as though they're ordinary people.
Mm.
You know, and they look like a maniac.
Yeah.
They look like categorically insane. Like
Sure.
I was in the bank recently,
Oh, my
and there was a
goodness.
guy queuing, and he was in like a suit. Right, he was really mature. Like he's got his life together.
A respectable man.
You know,
Yeah.
He's got a mortgage, probably. He's got a couple
Yeah,
of kids.
must
You know,
do.
yeah, he had maybe he had a briefcase. Let's say he had a briefcase.
yeah, okay.
and then he had a face mask on, and this part's not a lie. And it was the Joker's smile.
Yeah.
Right, that big, horrible, the cartoon Joker. We're not talking about Heath Ledger's Joker. Right, we're talking about comic book, oversized,
Yeah.
grinning mouth.
From like the animated series. thing.
Yeah, kind of like that
one.
kind of
Yeah,
look.
okay.
Yeah, and he's wearing that, and that's already a red flag to me because anyone who likes the Joker that much and has it on merchandise that they wear is probably
My
Ooh.
immediate thought would be to get the hell out because he's going to rob this.
This is the thing. He's in a bank.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
the big thing I was thinking. It's like you are wearing, you're ostensibly wearing half a mask, right? The other half would make you look entirely like the Joker.
Yeah.
Put a wig on, you are the Joker.
Yeah.
now. And you've gone into a bank. And we're meant to just chat to you. And then you talk to this woman who worked in the bank, an employee who was also wearing a mask, but like an ordinary clinical mask.
Hers was Batman.
How does that work?
That would just be a normal. It'd just be a normal mask. That would just be a normal
Just
mouth.
be a man's mouth.
The thing is,
What you can't do is Batman.
It was like, that's a Batman mask. It's just a normal man's mouth.
the thing is, like, you can get made masks which are like
Well,
printed of your face.
Yeah, you can get your bottom half of your face.
Yeah.
here's the thing. I haven't done that because
No.
fucking arseholes do that. By the way.
Right, okay, that's good to
and we'll
know.
get to that.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
I got right at the start. I thought, I know, I'll be individual and get my own mask made.
I thought the same
with
thing.
my own thing, and I thought that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
Because we're all going to be wearing them for years. So,
Yeah. So I got a couple of Gillingham-based ones made.
Nice.
And I think they're quite good. One of them's like the badge but zoomed in, and one of them's just one I designed of a player celebrating a goal.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, that's quite nice. And I still wear them. Less so now because I got ones branded from work. But I quite like those where they're slightly more individual.
Yeah.
Someone who gets one of their own face, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Originally, for like a week, everyone just went, oh, that's quite
very fun.
That's
cute,
quite
yeah.
funny. Like, you've got one of your own face so someone can still see your face.
Yeah.
If someone does it now, you just think, you fucking arsehole.
But also,
Come on.
it always comes out slightly larger. So it's like a 1.5 times size of their
Yeah.
bottom half of their face. So their mouth is very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks horrid.
The thing is, I've seen like you mentioned like the face thing. I've seen that I've seen little videos of that twice. And the first time,
Yeah.
it's a guy wearing it, and it's a bit of a prank. You know? And he's going around like a Walmart, and people go, "Excuse me, sir, could you please put a mask on?"
So, I'm wearing
He's like,
one.
I'm wearing one. And they go, "Oh, that's very clever,
That's
sir."
very clever, sir.
And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I
very
suppose
convincing.
that's a bit of a funny joke. I'm sure it's going to lighten someone's day.
Yeah, sure.
And then I saw another one where I turned the video off very quickly
Yeah.
because this guy was like, "All right, time to go trigger some people," and he puts on this
Jesus
mask,
Christ.
which is a mask of his face, and he comes into like some department store, and this woman's like, "Excuse me, sir, would you mind putting on a mask?" He's like, "I am wearing a mask," and she's like, "No, sir, please, you need to put on a mask." He goes, "I am wearing a mask. Look," and then she
Peels his skin
and she
off.
just goes, "I'm done with this," and just like walks away. Like,
Yeah, I think if you worked in retail and you faced that dickhead,
Yeah.
you would probably just quit there.
I
and
work.
then.
I work in like a clothing shop. I'm already pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, please.
I
this
don't
is
need
this is
your
horrendous.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But also, I don't find it very likely to believe that they are so convincing that someone would not think you're wearing a mask. Like, that's a fabric little mouth you've got there.
And also, when they said, "Could you please put a mask on, sir?" and then he responded, and his lips couldn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would come a point where you'd be like, "I
Oh,
think
he
something,
must
I think
be
something's
a-
up
Like,
there."
you're probably worn out by there. You're probably like, God, I've got to ask another twat to put their mask down.
Yeah.
Put their mask on.
I think what he
whatever.
should have done is he should have bought a mask of his face, and then he should have put a mask on top of that. So he's wearing two masks.
Yes, yeah.
And then he walks in and makes a point. He's like, haha, I'm going to take my mask off.
Yeah.
And then a woman comes up to him and goes, please put your mask back on. So, and he goes, haha, I already am.
And then
And then he walks into the pillar to put eye holes in. And the video ends.
Full face mask on.
Where does it end?
his
Where does
face
it end? Though
print.
eventually you're gonna have someone wearing 10 masks.
and then like, then he goes, "I'm against masks anyway." Rips it off. "Sir, please take off your mask. I'm not wearing." "Oh no!"
Oh,
and then,
no.
and then he starts peeling his face off.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It reminds me, I think we talked about, on a very older episode, about you were talking about suntan lotion, and we talked
Sure.
about layers of morph suits that were printed to look
Oh,
like your
yeah.
own body. And I
Oh,
feel like we're kind
yeah.
of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
here. But,
It's not like us to repeat content.
well, no, exactly.
Do you,
no.
do you still wear your like custom Gillingham?
Sure,
masks?
now and then.
Yeah.
Not so much because I got a nice one from work,
Yeah.
which is more comfortable. To be honest.
What's one of your masks a bit tight on your face?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't wear them.
Because I remember when you used to wear it, your ears looked like
Yeah, they do, yeah.
like
Well,
flowers.
I got the
ham.
smaller size. And I thought, yeah, they do. You're right. I got them and I thought, is this going to be too small? I just went, oh fuck it, I've paid
No,
for them now.
it'll be fine.
I'll just wear them. Yeah. So now I've got a bigger one that fits me much nicer and it's better material. Blah blah blah.
Higher quality.
Higher quality.
The mask I've been wearing throughout this whole ordeal is from one of my old shirts.
I think it's
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah,
Just a shoe attached to your face.
It's just the sole of a shoe.
like a moccasin. I mean,
It's just that what's weird about it, right? Is it? I was talking to Ali about it because I was furious, because this makes me very angry. This whole thing, and I was like,
Just walking around the house, furious about it.
right? Because on the surface, it's like he's wearing a mask. It's just like everyone else.
Yeah.
But I can't see past the fact that it's got a big goofy Joker's grin on it. And it's like, but he's just an ordinary guy. He was just asking, like, I'd like to deposit some cash today, please. And the woman's like, oh yes, of course, sir. Let me take you over to the. They're all having this very mature, grown-up conversation.
Yeah.
But he looks like a mental serial killer cartoon character.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like wearing a T-shirt that just says "fuck you" on it, right? And they're just expecting to go about everyday life,
Yeah.
and no one would feel a little bit kind of like assaulted by that.
the thing is, I've been to 2 funerals during lockdown, and there are times in each of the service where the vicar has been wearing a mask, and it would be like
Imagine that. Yeah.
the vicar wearing a Betty Boop mask or something.
It's Betty Boop's mouth. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But then you see ones, and it's
I'm
like
so sorry for your loss.
it's like a little dog's
What's an
nose.
appropriate mask for a vicar to wear?
Yeah, true. If he has to wear a novelty,
Is it one with like a dog collar?
It
on
would be like a beautiful sunset. And and an inspirational quote.
Yeah,
on it.
you just see the beach in
like
at
just-
the bottom,
it's-
and you see
it's
2
got-
sets of footprints.
It's just got his favourite verse on it or something. Something like that. Yeah,
That's
that'd
one
do
set of
the job.
footprints, isn't it?
I appreciate the individuality people put into these austere times.
I think it's fine to
Yeah.
have your own like mask, but
Yeah.
don't do another mouth. Don't do
Yeah.
another weird mouth.
What if
Don't be kitsch for the sake of it.
Yeah.
you say that, but what if you had like a really like 2004 DeviantArt like demon mouth, just doing like a really gnarly
Yeah.
snarl
With like blood dripping off its
a little
teeth
bit of
and
blood
stuff.
because they're kind of cool and edgy.
Yeah, just
you
like
know?
out the corner of the mouth.
And available
kind
for
of
commissions. Hit me up. you know,
thing. And just at the very edge of the mask is just a little tip of a penis, like just peeking up as
Sure.
if like getting ready.
Someone must have done
Someone's
that.
done that.
Someone somewhere's done that.
I'm honestly trying to wonder like what is actually just the worst possible mask you could have if you're gonna like print it at home.
downright offensive. Like,
Well, I mean, there's
I mean, not
yeah,
like
there's
but I mean like offensive to like. No, I can't back out of this now.
yeah. I mean,
like to the point that you can't see past it. Because this is my point. Like, it's
Yeah.
the "fuck you" T-shirt principle. She had that woman, that poor woman at the bank, had to mentally and actively get past the fact that this guy looked insane.
Maybe that's what he's going for. Yeah.
But then he was just acting totally normally.
I mean, I think a mouth is pretty bad because it's being a dick for the sake of it,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Really.
I think.
But I don't think he thought he was being a dick. I think he was just like, oh no, I'm just wearing a cool mask.
But it would be fine if he was wearing one that had the Joker like as a full
As an image.
figure
Yeah.
on it. That would be all right.
That's
But having one that-
it's a little distracting.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
having that as a mouth makes it look like you're trying to be the Joker.
I know, yeah,
Trying
and that's
to
worrying.
portray yourself as the Joker,
Wasn't it like?
or at least be funny.
But one thing you can always rely on is whenever a crisis rolls around, someone's going to try and get rich off it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I remember like after like the first lockdown and had just enough time to stew where we were starting to think, oh, this is going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
You saw a few kind of like tech startup-y kind of companies that were selling like really like high end.
Cyber
We're talking
masks.
almost like bubble
Yeah,
there were at
helmets.
one
There was
Yeah.
this one that was like a helmet, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It
Yeah.
was like completely opaque, so it looked like a Power Ranger helmet.
Yeah.
But you could see out of it, but no one could see in.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is going to buy that?
Why would you buy that?
Yeah.
Because a piece of fabric does.
Literally. And this
Yeah.
was like 200 quid. It's like, yeah, okay, you look like Daft Punk. But,
Someone would have bought it, wouldn't
I mean, they will have.
Someone
I'm
would
pretty
have
sure the
bought it.
Kickstarter was a success.
I mean, like you look undeniably rad.
Yeah.
Sir, but like,
You're undeniably rad.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sir. That is fucking amazing.
Yeah. But you can't come in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
Yeah.
I've got no more to say on it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've got a hate.
Right, hang on. Who else has got a hate?
Oh, I've got a hate.
Oh, you've got it. Okay,
yeah.
We'll fix that one.
I'll fix it because I'll be editing this.
No, I'll probably do this one. I'd have thought.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not.
Yes, it seems like a lot of work, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it really does.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're listening now, Chris didn't edit this.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
bro cooks.
bro, God.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, like as a kid,
We're hating on bros a lot these days.
I know we're this is the payback for
where we are,
for all
yeah.
that football we had to enjoy.
I can only apologise.
But like when I was younger and I lived at home, we used to watch cookery programs a lot.
Oh yeah.
And then I moved out. I got on with my life. Stuff happened, and then I turned back. And in that moment where I blinked, where I lowered my guard for a minute, cooking has suddenly become very. I'm not even sure if manly is the word, but alpha is very.
Yeah.
It's very like a lot of the ads I see.
Yeah.
It's like. And it's called. It'd be called something ironic, like "fuck cooking," and it's just like a man, like a topless man, kind of like humping a boar corpse or something.
Putting his fist through a T-bone steak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like
Breaking a chopping board over his head.
yeah, and it's just like it's only food. What happened?
Why does it have to be so tough?
Yes.
Why do you have to be so?
Who's that? You might know this. You're down with the people.
Yes, I am.
There's a dude who's like, whenever you get like an ad for Audible,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, get an audiobook on us with Audible.
Yeah.
And I always see the thumbnail of this absolute swollen Chad, kind of like selling, and he does these cookery books, but
Yeah.
they're called like. It's called "This Is Not a Cookery Book." That's what it's called. But then they've crossed out the "not."
Brilliant.
So it is.
But I don't know what.
That's the most meta title I've ever seen in my
What does that
life.
even mean?
And then the next one is called like "This Is Not a Life Guru Book" or something like that.
But there's
and
the
he's
not
just
crossed out,
and
yeah.
he's just like so hench.
He's taking
so,
up the whole cover with
yeah,
his muscles.
He's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And
He
I'm
goes
like,
onto the back cover.
Are you asking me if I know who the author is?
yeah.
Do you know?
No.
This, do you know this?
know people? You
Wow. I don't know bros.
Do you know this Giga-Chad that we're talking about?
Oh god.
Who's Joe Wicks?
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah,
Wicks.
I know
He's
Joe
the-
Wicks.
He's
Yeah.
the body. He's a fitness guy.
He's got longish hair, hasn't
What's
he?
his
Yeah.
deal? He's a very triangular man. I've never seen him.
Well,
in
he
his
was
stuff.
a YouTube man.
Was he?
He was a YouTube man, and then during lockdown, he did like daily fitness classes on the telly.
Oh yeah.
Because no one had anything else going on.
That's true.
And no one was at broadcasting centre, so he broke in. And...
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so he got quite famous during that.
But I thought he already had books out.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
But he was
cookery
like the
books.
fitness bro or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit bro. I don't think he's
not.
over
yeah,
bro.
He's not overpoweringly
Okay, he's not
bro.
over bro.
No.
Okay, well, here's another one. Is that is it Paul Hollywood?
Okay.
Isn't
He's
he
not really a bro.
But is he Bake Man?
He's a bake-off guy.
Bake man.
But he's very like.
He's like a 70-year-old bro.
But he's very like. He's like a lock stock reject.
Who do we
isn't
think
he?
is to blame
kind
for
of.
this? This could be like Jamie Oliver's fault ultimately.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the
Gander.
first one who was just like,
yeah, just get some celery and chuck it out the window.
Like, before that, cooking was quite a regimented hobby. Really.
Prescribed.
It's like, you must have 30 grams of cinnamon in your
Yeah.
buns.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
more, no less.
Jamie Oliver's like, grab an handful
Jamie
of
Oliver's
this.
like, yeah, fucking chuck some of that in. Don't matter, does it? It's
Yeah.
only going to poison you. Worst case scenario.
And you just get the mustard, squirt it in your mouth, baby bird it onto the casserole.
Yeah. And then cooking didn't really matter, and as an offshoot
And
of
it
that,
still
it
doesn't.
doesn't. But then people could do anything. It opened a world of possibilities to people who just went, I fucking hate cooking, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Because Jamie Oliver can, I can do it.
And I'm going to sell it.
As a
well.
side note, do you remember the very early Jamie Oliver TV show where he was such a wild card? They had to have a handler. There'd be a disembodied
Yeah.
voice because he'd just be doing his wide boy stuff, and then a disembodied, like very crisp woman's voice would go. And Jamie, how much mustard should that be?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, oh, I don't know. So,
Oh, a bit of
It's a
mustard.
dollop, innit?
Well, it's 2
Yeah.
spoonfuls, isn't it? Yeah.
How much I can fit in my mouth and spit it out, that's how much is right.
It's a northern dollar.
Whatever,
Do you not
don't-
know
what-
how much a northern dollar
Whatever,
is?
This is much
don't
you can
stick
pick
and
up
go
between
in.
$2. That's
Yeah.
all you
Whatever don't stick in me gob can go in the casserole.
Bibbidi bob, here we go.
But like, yeah, you're right. Okay,
So that was, he was
Yeah.
almost the gateway to
I
people to
think
do
you're right.
whatever they wanted.
yeah.
And
Okay.
that has now manifested itself in all kinds of different cooks.
But it's like, I mean,
Like bro
I think
cooks.
we've talked about this a bit in the past, where it's been like food has become like a kind of a lifestyle thing. It's not just a thing you eat. Because,
But we do need food to live.
which is my point.
Yeah.
Like,
But food's competitive as well now, like
Yeah.
MasterChef and competitions like that.
Yeah.
People cook against each other
yes,
for adulation.
yes,
And that-
It's not, what does it taste like? That's irrelevant.
So it's a competitive sport
Yeah.
now, almost, cooking.
But it's just like, when did it just become it's almost like it's gone past hipster. You know what I mean? It's not like saying there is, because there's definitely hipster stuff out there, but it's like you're such a fucking lad and you're braising a steak. You know what I mean?
It's almost as though it's like it's a badge of manhood in some way. It's like, oh no, I can cook. And boy howdy how, let me show you. And I cook meat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you the right way to cook meat. And what you do is you beat the living fuck out of it for 20 minutes with your bare fists. And that's after you've wrestled an elk.
Yeah, you've got to kill it yourself.
You've earned that
Drag
steak
it home through the woods.
with your teeth.
I only eat meat that dies of exhaustion.
Or from my harpoon.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, back in the day, early, like, 90s BBC, the peak of entertainment? It's very gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Rogues.
Oh, yeah.
May he rest in peace.
God bless him.
He's dead, isn't he?
He did.
He had spiky hair, didn't he?
Yeah, incredibly spiky hair.
Almost
yeah.
like the
Shocking
7-Up
way.
man. He
Yeah.
looked like.
But you think about
Like Johnny Bravo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying things were better than that. I just mean they were very different back then.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, a cookery show was very gentle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome
It's
to
like, hello, welcome to Sunday Cookery.
Welcome to Ethel's garden.
And-
And today we're going to be cooking things that I found in my garden.
Yeah.
And they'd maybe get one course done
Yeah.
in like half an
Maybe
hour.
less.
Yeah, maybe less.
But now it's how quick can you cook? How much can you cook?
Yeah.
How
I want to bash out 27 meals today.
Yeah.
I've got 5 minutes. Here we go.
how much can you look like a fucking lad while you're doing it?
Yeah.
All of that.
Because I kind of
Topless in front of a spitting oil pan.
I'm a big believer that, like, in any field where you're making something, in any field where there might be any degree of art, the artist should generally be invisible.
Sure.
The point is, you're making work that stands on
As
its
an
own.
artist, I resolutely disagree.
Who said that?
Fuck, it's not working.
But again, it's like, you just make, oh, what a lovely beef Wellington. It's delightful. I don't care who made it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Right,
you know.
for a beef Wellington right now.
But then you get this.
But now I reckon the bros, for example, don't cook that well. They just like torch something. And it's like, yeah, that'll do. It's cooked, innit?
Yeah.
It's not going to poison you. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
What are you, weak?
But half an hour with that, you'd believe anything just to be let go at the end.
True.
It's a submission.
Yeah.
It'd be an assault. It'd be an absolute assault.
You'd have
on
like
your
just
senses.
a burnt char grilled
Yeah.
steak, and you'd be like, "That's medium rare." Okay,
Sure.
just let me leave.
Yes,
I
sir.
just need to see my family.
But the point is, it becomes less about the product and more about the experience of watching a guy.
Yeah.
A guy
But
just
it's like,
cuss the
assault.
fuck out.
It's like Salt Bay. Have you heard of Salt Bay? He's the guy who lifts his hand up funny.
Oh, he sprinkles it down his arm.
it down his arm and like onto
Ah.
steak. He's opened a restaurant in London
Right.
and he charges, I'm not kidding, like thousands for a steak. Thousands.
But I mean, there's a ceiling.
just so people can go on Instagram.
There's a ceiling to how good a steak can be.
Yeah.
I think.
But he coats it in gold or something.
I mean, that's not going to make it taste any better.
No, it'll make
It'll make
if
it cost
anything,
more.
If anything, a lot of ambulances go there.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's just strange to me that he basically is selling like the Instagram.
Yeah.
likes,
Yes,
almost.
yeah, yeah.
It's like fashion brands. It's like
Yeah.
a Gucci handbag or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a handbag has been perfected. Arguably, there's nothing better about a Gucci handbag than one that I could make. Well, that's probably not true.
Yeah,
I'd make a
yours
shit
is
handbag.
just a roll of tape. Just fashioned slightly into like something that could carry
not-
something else, like another roll of tape. for example.
How did the world, like, genuinely, where did
You're asking me like I'm about to give you the answer.
Well, he's hoping.
but like
Yeah,
like
you're
in,
the
like,
wait for it.
But like in Lord of the Rings, when Saruman makes the Uruk-hai, where did Salt Bay come from? Was he kind of carved out of the earth?
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Well, the first thing he said was "man flesh."
What is it? What do you smell?
Man flesh.
And that's the secret to his steaks.
Yeah,
But it was
and that was the birth of Salt Bay.
Yeah.
Was he an Instagram man? Is that the
I believe
idea?
so. Yeah, I think people
Instagram-man.
filmed him, and he sort of organically became famous
What,
because
like,
he did.
like in the wild, they
Yeah,
found him.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he just did this funny thing with his hand, and now he's like
Is that where-
world famous.
Is that where it came from? Because I think I've seen other chefs.
Sprinkle,
do
sprinkle.
Yeah,
it,
that's
Does
his thing.
Does he have a reason for doing it? Does he claim that it does something?
Nobody has a reason for doing anything, really. Do
No,
they?
that's
If you
true.
think
No.
if you brought it down.
I think the thin end.
So
of the,
profound.
the thin end of the wedge was when people started just chucking handfuls of stuff in because
Yeah.
they're like, measurements don't matter except when they do. You know.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was what started all of this. I mean, Salt Bay's not really a bro as such. He is the worst kind of chef.
I thought you were just going to say person.
No.
Worst person alive.
I mean, he kind of is. He's like he's a stain on society, really. What he's charging for his steaks by doing
just
not a lot. I don't know. I've
artificially-
ever heard him speak. And I don't want to particularly. No. He just does that with his hand.
Is his name Salt Bay?
Salt Bay is his brand name,
right?
But I don't know who gave him.
Is
it
B-A-E?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like Salt by the Bay.
Well, I mean that'd be better.
I prefer that.
Salt comes from the sea.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
It's the only place
Fish and
to get
chips,
it.
Salt by the Bay. That'd be nice.
And that's true.
We should open that.
I'm not like I like a steak, but I honestly can't remember when I last had one.
I don't typically order them. Well, we did go to that steak.
Oh,
place.
that's actually. Oh God, yeah, that was the last time I had a steak.
I had a tremendous, well-priced steak this weekend. Just gone.
You did tell us about that.
I told you about that off air.
Yeah.
I won't mention the name of the restaurant because it sounds like favoritism.
Well, I'm ashamed.
At this point, we're desperate.
Covent Garden.
Oh, he's done it.
I'm ashamed to say that the last steak I had was the day we went to see Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right?
In 2020.
Let's get it back onto that. Let's get the subject back onto Sonic.
But look how that's come around.
But the thing is, I would not. God no, I'm not a steak aficionado. We don't really. I don't really eat red meat, to be honest.
No.
But I always remember as a kid. You know that Heston Blumenthal?
He was a dangerously insane man.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a big fan of him.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
There's always this line I remember about Heston Blumenthal, which Simon Amstel coined, which was when he went on Nevermind the Buzzcocks, and Simon Amstel just started riffing on stuff he would potentially say. He was like, "There are too many sausages in the mousse. These ice cubes are too cold." Well, they just stuck with me because he's insane.
Yeah,
Heston Blumenthal.
he's off the chain
just for the sake of being insane.
But I remember seeing a show of his years ago. Years ago. Like, you can tell it's old because I was watching a show on terrestrial TV.
There you go.
And I call it terrestrial TV.
Yeah, that's showing your age.
And he went with a couple of his minions to eat what he called the best steak in the world.
Ah, okay.
Which was at some kind of dangerously expensive strip club in New York.
Nice.
Okay.
And I remember they went up an escalator and everything was mirrors and blue light. Yeah, you just hear that in the background. And they went to the restaurant area of a strip club. So I mean, God knows. But he ate this steak, and the point is you saying maybe there's an upper limit to how good a steak can be.
I mean, surely.
But he was saying the thing that makes these steaks so special is that they've been aged for 2 months.
But how does that work?
Well, I guess you go past it we're going.
You scrape the mold off.
We'll go through the eye of rotten steak.
Right.
So, but basically, they bring this thing out of the storeroom that looks like a giant raisin. It's just black and shriveled.
Oh my God.
And they basically just carve off the outer 2 inches.
Which is inedible. It's like a waxy, rind.
And then what's left underneath is ostensibly meat. And then you
legally it's meat. Yeah.
Legally we can't call it meat.
It's meat. It's meat adjacent.
Yeah. We fry it in butter for 2 minutes, and then
you fry anything in butter for 2 minutes.
You put anything in butter, it's fine, isn't it?
The French learned that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure that. Yeah, actually, come to think of it,
it sounds bad.
He claimed it was the best steak in the world.
I mean, if you're in a strip club eating a steak, other stuff has happened during that night, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, mistakes have been made.
Yeah.
Mistakes.
That
was actually quite funny. I'm sorry I didn't appreciate it.
Third joke of the podcast.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Yeah.
3
jokes.
3 jokes.
Worth remembering.
I heard a story about a guy, I hope this is true, I have no reason to believe it isn't true, that managed to make his restaurant number 1 on TripAdvisor in London.
Nice.
And it didn't exist.
Brilliant.
He basically used a load of photography and wrote a load of reviews himself and got friends to write reviews for a website, for a rrestaurant that simply just doesn't exist at all.
Classic.
And it reached number 1 at rankings, and he only had to write 96 reviews to get to this point.
That's mad, isn't it?
But then it got to the point that he was getting overwhelmed with emails because you have to put an email against your account on TripAdvisor. So loads of people. So he kept trying to put them off by just going, "Oh, we're booked up. No, we're booked up." And then people were saying, "I will wait. I will wait a year for a table." And so he was like, "Okay." So he was living in a garden shed at the bottom of his mate's house. And he was like, "This is all I have. If I let people walk down the garden, because you could access it without going through the house, then they're going to be put off straight away. So I need to get them in, and then I could do up the inside of the shed and make it look quirky and hipstery kind of thing, which is what he did. So he would only take a booking for 1 table at a time.
Right.
He would meet them at the corner of the road, and he would blindfold them, and then he would walk them down, all the while giving them some spiel about you're about to have the greatest culinary experience of your whole life. And then he'd walk them in. He was just talking about this on a podcast that I was listening to a bit of, and then he walked them in. And he took the blindfold off, and now they're in a garden shed, but they don't know. And then he would just give them Iceland frozen meals, like microwave meals. But because he dressed everything up in such an incredible way, he was getting positive reviews.
It's incredible
From genuine people
That's
who were paying
amazing.
like 60 quid for a meal, and it was just like a fish pie from Iceland for a quid. And they were going, it honestly was one of the... And he would make it look all fancy, you know, he'd like present it on a plate, put a bit of parsley on top, you know, whatever it is. Probably more advanced than that. And then they were like, this is fucking incredible.
But that's it.
We're learning things.
Yeah.
That's it.
I didn't they prove with like wine tasting that if you tell people wine is worth 60 quid,
They'll think
shit,
it's...
they
they
go,
go,
that is wine.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That is wine.
That has redefined wine.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Well, on my stag do, I think I had a sip of kind of like a £1,000 bottle of whiskey. Yeah.
That's true.
Which you weren't supposed to
We
have.
don't know.
I think the guy got into some trouble after that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he got us quite pissed, as I recall.
It didn't take a lot. Certainly for me.
No.
I remember spending a lot in the shop that I wouldn't ordinarily
Yes.
spend.
Well,
We all had that like 98% proof, like vaporizing whiskey.
He said, I cannot stress enough, do not have too much of this. And it was just you put a bit of on your fingertip, have a bit, and you like...
It was already evaporating.
yeah, that was just pure ethanol, basically,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it imprinted onto my brain before it went down my throat.
Yeah.
It was like in my mind.
I already felt pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's powerful shit.
That distillery, by the way, was on the last week's episode of The Apprentice.
Oh, how did they ruin it?
Well, they mispronounced the name.
Great start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good work.
Penderyn. They said like Penderin or something.
Penderin.
And they've been there all day. Anyway, fuck it.
It's fine. Yeah.
Apprentice.
I thought there was more to that story you were about
No,
to
that's
tell.
pretty much the whole story.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's another good one.
Well, I guess that means in a magical merry-go-round.
Yes. Am I go?
It's Chris's turn.
Finally.
Oh, it's all about you, finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
This is your moment to shine.
Finally.
Here we go.
That's my hate.
Oh.
The overuse of the word finally is my hate.
Oh, look at
It
this.
happens a lot, and I'll give you an example of what I'm
Have you been
talking about.
rehearsing for this
For this
podcast?
episode.
Yeah.
He's not normally this good.
Well, no, I sort of thought about it. I thought about what I was going to do yesterday rather than at dinner today.
Sure.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is why I sound prepared, but I'm not really.
No. This is the most preparation you've ever had.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, I
It
think
shows.
so.
It really
Yeah,
shows.
thank
Yeah.
you. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Sure.
So the Doctor Strange trailer, second Doctor Strange trailer came out this week.
Multiverse
And
of
all
madness.
the headlines say, the Doctor Strange trailer is finally here. Fucking dude was in a movie 3 months ago. At the end of that movie, there was a trailer.
dude.
There was a trailer for this movie
We had it straight away.
straight away.
Yes.
And now there's a second trailer. Finally, there's a Doctor Strange trailer. Finally. Everyone's so
Finally.
impatient these days.
Yeah.
The guy was in a movie 3 months ago.
Like, we waited, I feel like 3/4 of a year for the No Way Home trailer.
Yeah.
And everyone's going out of their minds for that. And then
But
when
people talk like they're owed a trailer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where's my trailer?
Where's my
Come on.
Where's my Spider-Man trailer? Where's my Doctor
You
Strange
wish
trailer?
your life away.
But you couldn't do it every week. Like if an epic trailer came out every couple of days.
I don't know. I think
It's gonna
people
lose
would
the
try.
impact.
I think people would try.
Okay, let me rephrase that. My old man brain
No.
would not be able to
No,
handle that.
I wouldn't be able to. But people are they're awful.
Yeah.
They're just like demanding more all the time.
Here's the thing. We're at a point where cinema has recently, particularly for geeks and nerds and superhero fans, has recently been giving us everything we want. And that is the worst thing you could ever do to a fan base, because now we are so entitled, we so expect that we're going to get everything we want because we had it last time. When's the next great thing we're going to deserve? We're going to definitely get. You know?
But it's just that word. I see it all the time on like, finally, the trailer's here, or finally, we've had an explanation about this, or finally, the movie's coming out. It's like, you've not been waiting that long.
No.
You've not been waiting that long.
Doesn't a lot of this come from like the BuzzFeedy? I feel
think
BuzzFeed has
that's
a lot
exactly
to
what it
answer
is.
for.
Yeah, I think that's
like
exactly
they
what it is.
created that style of
That
headline,
kind of journalism.
and now it's everywhere.
Yeah. But you're not.
Yeah.
3 months is nothing.
No.
To wait, and people are talking like they've been waiting their whole lives for this trailer
But
about a
also,
movie
like-
that. I mean, Doctor Strange is fun, sure.
I've got stuff. I've
But,
been
you know.
getting on with stuff. I've had
Yeah.
things. I've had things to do.
But imagine living your life trailer to trailer, movie to movie,
I mean,
and that's all that matters.
I mean,
I'm
I
probably
just-
going to go watch the film.
I'll go watch the film.
But
sure.
Yeah, I'm already starting to feel exhausted thinking about it. But yes, I will go and see this movie,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it'll be very good.
I'm sure we'll come out and go, that was good.
That
I
was
enjoyed
good.
that.
I enjoyed that
I
story.
enjoyed
Let's
that.
talk
Magic
about it
Man.
on the way
Yeah.
home, and
Yeah.
possibly in the days to come.
And then maybe forget all,
and then
all
maybe,
about it.
and then forget all about it
Maybe.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, people it's just that word that it makes me think that people feel like they're owed things.
I think they think
And
they
they're
are.
entitled to these things.
Oh,
And it's just-
massively, massively.
I see it more and more, and it's just wound me up.
Can I also just say, as a lapsed editor, the use of title case in those headlines hurts me.
Yeah.
Finally, capital F,
with it. Yeah.
The
Capital
Doctor Strange trailer is here, and
then
we are losing our minds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, awful. Absolutely awful.
It's crazy to think like entertainment has to be made by another human person.
Yeah.
And no one it's a bonus. It's a luxury thing that no one, we don't need it like water or food to live. Like it's an extra fun, arty, luxury thing that and yet it's being perceived a little bit like when is the next
my
Marvel
movie
film
coming?
When am I getting it?
Yeah.
And how?
But
And
people
soon.
are like, when Spider-Man is a good example, because people
Yeah.
are just demanding this trailer, and it's
They
like,
were losing their fucking shit about it.
come on. And then
Settle down.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and then spoiler alert, Toby and Andrew weren't in the trailer. Everyone like, oh fuck you,
Yeah.
fuck you. Why aren't Toby and Andrew in the trailer, man?
When are we getting the trailer that shows them to be
And
in
it's
it?
like, oh, finally, Toby and Andrew are back. Finally, they're back. And it's like, you can just watch the old movies.
Yeah.
Come on.
The thing is,
Get a grip.
But also bear in mind that like there is an entire ecosystem of people whose livelihoods would entirely collapse
Oh,
if
yeah.
they didn't have stuff to talk about.
Sure. But it's not just them, it's people on Twitter I'm talking about. It's everyday people who don't have a YouTube channel funding their lifestyle. Just going, finally, it's here. Thank goodness it's here.
Now, do you feel in any way partially responsible with
Not for anything. No.
with you?
Oh, for this.
I try not to.
Yeah.
I mean, have you been there? Can you sympathise with Star Wars movies?
No. Because I don't go, oh, finally. I'm aware if a trailer's coming like a day before, I'll be like, oh, the trailer's coming out tomorrow.
I'm
And I'll
excited
say
to see
the
that.
trailer's coming out tomorrow. That'd be cool. But I don't go, oh, finally, I've been waiting months for this. Oh, my God. Oh, my whole life's been on pause because I've been waiting for a trailer for a movie that will probably be fine.
I miss the birth of 3 of my children.
Yeah. But wait, that's it. Where does it end?
Yeah.
We're being facetious about it now, but where does it end? That you're just living your life like through a movie that is cool, don't get me wrong, and I enjoy them.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no,
Star
they're
Wars
good,
and
they're good
Marvel
and all,
rev
yeah.
my engine.
They're making a rod for their own back though, because not only are they doing this thing where they're giving us everything they want, everything we want, which is arguably exactly what their whole marketing thing is right
Yeah.
now. But on top of that, the amount of movies they're putting out a year,
Loads.
like we're only having to wait 2 or 3
Especially
months
now
between
they're like,
movies.
Yeah, exactly. And 3 months since this guy was in another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And if
We've
you-
had some Doctor
This
Strange.
has just been a good example this week. So,
And if you follow like multiple franchises, say you like your Star Wars, say you like your Marvels,
Yeah.
maybe you like whatever DC's trying to do right now. You know,
I don't think anyone does.
you have to.
the new Batman is finally here. It's Ben Affleck, and now it's
Yeah.
The 37th iteration of Batman is finally here.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. Old Pattinson.
Our
I'm sure.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
going to watch that movie, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm probably not
That's
going
not that's
to
not the
watch
point I'm making
that
anyway.
movie.
If you're looking forward to it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice one.
But once upon a
don't live
You're not
your life
entitled
that
to
way.
it.
Yeah.
But once upon a time, I mean, like, you know, Tobey Maguire, he's really the first Spider-Man we got, you know.
Yeah.
You know, not in counting like the 70s TV series or whatever, or the Japanese one.
No.
But like, yeah, and
Imagine
then
if they turn up and everyone just went, oh, who are they? I don't recognise them.
I'm a very old Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
I'm 72. But yeah, but like, there's a,
Why would he say that? Hello, I'm Peter Parker and I'm 72. No one asked.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
okay, but like what?
I'm finally here.
Okay, maybe Superman's a better example.
Okay.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, and you said Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
Greg Scott.
Great
Yeah.
Scott.
Okay, is Superman in the 70s.
I would love to see Christopher Lloyd as Superman.
And then from the 70s, you get a few. There's like 4 Superman movies of diminishing quality.
Superman.
Yeah.
And then like you've got to wait until 20.
Gotta wait. You've just said it. You've got to wait.
No, but if you live that long, you're like, okay, but there's a gap of like
Live your
30
life.
There was a
Live your
2000
life in the
No,
interim
let me
period. Live
finish,
your
you
life.
awful man. You've got a delay of 30, 40 years, maybe.
Okay.
Before the Brandon, what's his Ruth?
Yeah,
one.
yeah, and probably left.
You had TV shows
2009.
you had
Yeah.
Dean Cain.
Okay, I suppose that's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
actually,
The Adventures of...
That was a good show.
My point is, but nowadays, you at most you have to wait
Yeah.
6 months, a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the gap between
Certainly
Andrew
Marvel.
Garfield and
Marvel are putting out 4 movies a year and
On
probably 3 or 4 TV shows.
yeah.
yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. There's loads of content, and everyone's just acting like they haven't seen a Marvel film for about 4 years.
And they're going to burn this out. I mean, they're going to have to burn out, aren't they?
Is the problem? No, and I do agree with you.
Thank you.
But I'm trying to be pragmatic about
Okay,
this.
no, let's-
Is the problem that our neurons are slowly breaking down?
Yeah.
We can't handle this level of intensity. So we are slowing down while the world is continuing at the same pace that we were at.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I would disagree.
No, I don't think so either, because I like these movies.
Yeah.
And I am able to keep up with a movie I'm just about able to keep up with a
Just
movie
about.
every 3 to 4
Yeah.
months. And I will watch the next
Yeah.
Doctor Strange film.
Sure.
But I don't need to know anything about it up until a day before when I have to go book my seats at the cinema. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
it's just fine.
But I'll
It's
watch the
just
trailer.
fine.
I enjoy a trailer breakdown video.
I like a trailer.
I'll
I
admit
don't.
it. Well, that's fine. But I look at it and I think, oh, I can understand that on a slightly deeper level than perhaps I would have done previously. Because you know the comics, I don't. So something like that.
I
for
don't know
example,
what I know anymore.
Whatever.
I say there's almost more movie content than there are comics now.
Comics knowledge is starting to become
I just
less
find
relevant.
it bizarre that A, people are so impatient, and B, people don't seem to have a life outside of these movies. That's what I find bizarre.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like they've all trained us now to be. The movie is less important than what comes next. Like, frankly,
definitely.
the end credits scene is frankly the most exciting bit of any
That's the thing,
Marvel
though.
movie
Yeah.
You watch
nowadays.
the movie and everyone's like, right, what's
People
coming
are
at the
almost
end?
wishing
Yeah.
the movie away,
Yeah.
so that they can be the
You
ones
wish
who,
your life away.
who
eventually.
saw the end credit sequence
Yeah.
and can go talk about it on their forums. You know,
Yeah.
You'll
And
look
also-
back on your life
on their
eventually.
AOL forums. You know,
You'll look back on your life
GeoCities.
and your kids will go, oh, so what did you do with your life, Grandpappy? Oh, well, not much, but I watched a lot of Marvel movies the night they opened.
I did watch them all. Yeah.
You remember the first night of Spider-Man? No. Well, I was there.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
speculate.
Do you remember it, Grandad? I actually don't anymore,
Yeah.
no, because I have deep-seated dementia.
I made.
Because I watched so many movies.
I watched too many movies.
I made speculatory fan theory videos
Yeah.
on upcoming Marvel movies.
And fake
And-
trailers.
Were any of
And-
them right? Oh, I can't remember because nobody looks back on old prediction videos.
That's so
And
true.
did you enjoy the movies when they came out?
What?
Oh my no!
No, I did not enjoy them
I've never
one
been
bit.
a comics fan.
Yeah. I know it wasn't my cup of tea.
It wasn't
actually.
really my thing.
Yeah.
It's only out of a powerful sense of restraint that I don't make every episode of this show about my hatred of things you missed in the trailer
Yeah.
for Doctor
Top 10
Strange.
things you definitely didn't spot
I
during WandaVision.
I took a low-res screen grab and drew a
there's a
circle
lot.
in MS Paint around a background image. And
There's
now
a
I'm-
lot of that.
Yeah.
But
There's
like,
a lot of that.
I have seen one or two of those a long time ago, and now I don't watch them
Yeah.
anymore. And it's like the top 10 things you didn't notice in WandaVision. And what
Yeah.
number 3 will be, she's referred to as the Scarlet Witch in episode 7. It's like, yeah. That's like a major plot.
Yeah.
What do you want about?
There's some stuff that even I like, and as not a comics person, I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Of course
not
I noticed that.
no. That's not an observation.
Yeah.
You're just stating something
just
that
saying
happened.
something.
It's an
Yeah.
integral
Yeah.
part of enjoying this show.
Yeah, you get a lot of on Instagram. You get people whose lives are probably wildly more successful than mine, where they just make Instagram factoids around Marvel, and it will be like a little like a screen grab and a bit of text, and it will go, "Fact: Wanda is referred to as the Scarlet Witch at the end of the series, mirroring the comics."
It's like,
That's not a fact.
But then you look at it and it's got like 10,000 likes.
Yes, if
It's like, what the hell?
I need a word for anti-knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like not only have I gotten stupider by reading that, I feel the world has suffered because
Yeah.
of it. Like,
But then you've clicked on it and now.
well, I
you're
don't,
part.
but I saw it. I can't.
Well,
You know.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's content. It exists.
I throw the phone across the room every time I
Yeah,
see one of those.
that's
Like
fair.
like a poisonous snake has just turned up.
That's fair. But my point is, don't wish your life away.
no.
Live your life, and if it's precursored and you get movies in that life, cool. But don't define yourself by when a movie comes out, or don't say, oh, finally it's out 3 months after you last saw something. I mean, I've not seen Friends for 3 months. I'm not going to say finally I'm seeing my friend.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I've
thought-
got other stuff going on.
I thought you meant the TV show.
I thought you meant that
Friends.
as well.
I
yeah.
mean, like friends, like
Finally,
we used to be.
Finally, I've seen the TV show Friends.
for this episode,
John's got his Lego friends, it's fine.
Yeah.
they left me a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that's true, yeah.
They moved on to better things.
John abandoned them when they became two-faced.
Hey, who's got a love?
Oh,
I've got to love it. It ties into what we were just talking about. I'm very good at
this
this.
is quite impressive.
It's
yeah.
that the Doctor Strange trailer is finally out.
It's finally here.
Yeah.
Thank fuck. No, weirdly, like everything we were saying about these people who live from trailer to trailer, I feel like there's a synergy with that, and then there's the people who just almost just exist purely to criticize and hate on things.
Sure.
And I know this is. I'm very aware that we have just blasted Sonic for 15 minutes, and maybe every other episode.
for 2 years.
Exhibit A, my lord. The entire fucking concept of our podcast.
Irony means nothing at this point,
Yeah.
right? I don't give a fuck.
I think we're very self-aware.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I think we do it in a loving, joshing kind of way.
But my love is when people really do just love things. And this is going to sound really fucking stupid, but like, there isn't enough content out there when people are reacting or commenting on stuff. It's all fucking negative. It's and our podcast included, right? It's all like, this is shit. This is badly made. We're part of the problem. At least we can admit it, though, right?
We're aware.
But like, I recently saw this incredibly wholesome clip of this guy watching the Rings of Power trailer, which is the new Tolkien show that's coming to Amazon. And he's a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and all of his content on his TikTok and his YouTube are all about his love for the books and his love for the films, the Peter Jackson films, and like breaking down everything. And you know, he doesn't talk about the things he doesn't like, but he doesn't love everything. But he just talks about the stuff he likes. Yeah. And it's like, this bit's really cool and that costume's amazing. And he just bursts into tears when he's watching this Rings of Power trailer because he's just so excited to be going back to that world and meeting those characters and seeing everything again. And I was just like, fuck me. Why is this so like powerful? And the reason is because no one like says nice things about fucking shit and art and entertainment on the internet anymore. And this just felt so fucking radical, just watching this guy be genuinely happy about something that has been in headlines recently because everyone is like losing their shit over the fact that, oh my god, there are some black elves in this show. And it's just all been a shitstorm of fucking bullshit. And then there's this one guy who's just crying over the fact that he's happy and excited to see it. And I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Trouble is now, if you do like say, I love this is great. This
I
is
like
wonderful.
a thing.
I like a thing. You call you're just a Lord of the Rings stan.
Yeah.
Or a Marvel stan. Or
You're just
whatever.
a sheep or a fanboy.
It's just like
How much did J.R.R. Tolkien pay you?
Yeah, how much did the estate pay you to say
How
that?
much did the long deceased J.R.R. Tolkien pay you, a random YouTuber, to like
With
this
17
series?
followers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't like things anymore. You can't just... You can't just talk about something that you really like.
No.
You can talk about something that you really, really hate or that you critically have issues with, and everyone go, yes, yes. I either agree or disagree.
You always have to apologise if you like something now.
Yeah.
Like, I see that a lot now.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I'm sorry,
I fucking loved it. It was great.
Or you caveat it with like, oh, it wasn't a perfect film, but I really enjoyed it. It's like, you don't need to say that.
Yeah.
Just say you enjoyed it. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay to just genuinely enjoy a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't allow ourselves that.
We
very
don't.
often.
But you almost have to justify it though.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Certainly when it comes to these big franchises, I think.
Yeah. And
Like-
so to counteract everything we've said about Sonic, I'm going to say I'm prepared to enjoy Sonic 2. It could still be shit. I might still hate it.
Yeah.
Right? And no, I take that back. It might not be shit. I might just not like it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I know some people do.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know, and I'm totally with you. I do feel that it's a very complex issue. It's a very complex issue. You should, if you love a thing, love it truly, love it loud.
Love it with all of your balls.
You be an inspirational sticker for a car. Just love it to bits.
Love it loud.
Love it loud. Love it large.
Loud time.
Honk if you love it.
Love, laugh, live.
Any more?
Eat, pray.
Eat, pray,
Eat, pray, life.
Eat,
Eat,
pray,
pray, laugh.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It's a book, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Written by
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
But but again, like a lot of the things we consume and enjoy are big corporate products.
This is true.
But I think this cuts both ways because I think it's important to remember that like everything is made by committee. Nothing is like this pure, wonderful work of genius.
That's true.
And it's like, things are compromise and hard work, and creativity is not some magical bolt of lightning. It's a lot of hard, painful work sometimes. And also, this is the flip side. It's also like when stuff comes out, if you hate it, you can go like, oh, it's all just corporate bullshit. This is all just Disney.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Low-hanging fruit.
But sometimes, like, a lot of the things that people genuinely love, like Disney's animated movies, Pixar, big corporate fucking projects. And it's also okay to love them.
Yeah.
You're like, if sometimes that's fine.
The thing is, like, the biggest corporate project that might be, hugely governed by the people wanting to make money and the decisions being made by money first and foremost, still cannot get made without rocking all the way down to the very bottom, down to the trenches, way beyond the executives in the offices and everything, down to genuinely creative, artistic people who are doing it because they fucking love it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the truth of it is that no matter what the behind-the-scenes reason for why the engine got going at all might be, there are always, in the best stuff, there is always people there who are genuinely creative and give a shit about it.
Yeah.
And those people manage to make the corporate thing shine in a genuinely passionate and real way.
Yeah.
And it's like Pixar is very good at that because the people involved who aren't the big money guys give a fuck about what they're making. And, you know, honestly, films like No Way Home seemed to feel as though, despite the fact that that was like probably the biggest money-making engine that we've ever seen in this sort of whole studio so far, was made by a few people, actors included, who gave a fuck about what they were doing. And that's kind of why it landed the way it did.
Yeah.
I think No Way Home is quite a good example because I went in thinking this is going to be quite a cynical product.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And I thought they're going to be, even when the moments we're expecting, when those cameos come about, I was like, they're just do it. And yeah, I have to say, there are a couple of moments in that movie that hit very hard.
I was moved. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
There was more reaction to that in the cinema, certainly where we were, than there was to Endgame.
Yeah.
I felt.
There was some whoops.
There was some whoops. Like, whereas we're not a very good example because we're in the middle of the arse end of nowhere. But there were claps and whoops in our cinema when the Spider-Man showed up. Whereas when we watched Endgame and Captain America caught Mjolnir and so on, there was a very muted applause.
Yeah.
And that was arguably, in my head, a bigger moment.
I still remember...
But this landed a lot harder, as you say.
I still remember the first time I saw Avengers in a cinema.
First Avengers.
First Avengers, back in that simpler time.
Doesn't that seem cute?
Very quaint in
film.
here, And I do genuinely feel that might have been the last genuinely pure cinematic experience I actually had, where I felt like a kid again, seeing like the Lion King.
That's both beautiful and really sad.
It is kind of sad, because I've enjoyed everything that's come since, but like there was a moment where, you know, when you're working into that final act and you're with all these people and the movie's just come out, and like the audience cheers in certain bits, and there were moments where like I honestly cannot believe I'm seeing this on the screen.
I know.
The last time I've been so excited for a thing that I'm kind of quivering because like, I cannot wait to.
I remember not being able to believe that this film existed when I went to see it originally.
And that's kind of magical.
Yeah, and you can't ever get that high again. No. You know, like, and maybe that's partly why, but then also partly maybe it's because they did become a little darker and a little more cynical and a little more, you know, a little less about the like majesty and color of the comics and a little bit more about we're making movies and we're making money, you know.
I think because, I'm glad that people can still love stuff. I think that is very important, just to unironically be honest about your enjoyment of the thing. And I do feel that, like, sometimes it is important to be critical. And it is important.
No, absolutely. There's a place for it.
Oh, 100%. Because I think that's the only way that art's going to kind of, like, evolve.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's like, you know, if someone just loves a thing, it's okay.
By this love, I'm not saying I wish everyone just said that they love stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I feel like there should be a balance of people going, I didn't enjoy that, and people going, I really fucking did enjoy that.
Yeah.
And instead, we've swung massively to everyone just almost being safer by saying, it wasn't perfect.
I get why people are being critical about it. Calf. Who cares? If they are, they are.
If you love it, you love it.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. And there is a high art in being a cynical asshole online.
Oh, God.
Like, you can earn bank just by being...
Because you're listening to a show called Hate.
Yeah, and I know that's what our show is called. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of all this irony. Okay?
But if it's any consolation, we are definitely not making bank off this show, so that's...
There's no money involved in
I've not seen a penny.
But yeah, like, it's one thing to go like, I thought that was fucking shit. It's another thing to artfully produce a 2-hour YouTube video where you just go into insane detail about how shit you thought it was.
And how it should be stopped and how it's bad for the world, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched anything ever and thought, well, maybe the odd thing. I don't think I've ever watched anything and deliberately gone, that was shit. No. So I appreciate the work that goes into anything.
I honestly, would go as far as to say that I don't think any movie I have ever watched, maybe excluding The Room by Tommy Wiseau, but even then I enjoyed myself, like, is objectively... There's no such thing as an objectively bad movie. It's not possible.
The only film, I think maybe certainly one of the only times I've watched the film and thought, fucking hell, it's called The Circle. It was the Tom Hanks and Emma Watson.
I've heard of that, yeah.
And it wasn't because I hate any of those actors. I like all those actors. John Boyega was in it, blah, 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 and I like John Boyega. It was just fucking weird and awful. It didn't make any sense, and then just storylines just ended, and it was weird. I don't get why any of those actors wanted to be associated with that beyond the dollar. That's one of the only times I can remember watching a film and thinking, my God, that was awful.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, I did kind of feel that about Prometheus as well.
Yeah.
Like I was a bit like, what the fuck is this?
I'm not going to go into anything delighting at the concept of hating it.
No,
But
no.
and it's like, and if I hate it, I will moan about it to my friends afterwards.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna.
But the thing is, it's like it's
revel in
recognizing that it was like it wasn't for you,
Yeah.
rather than it's bad.
Oh God, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not bad. It's just you didn't like it.
And this is the thing I wrestle with. This is a big debate because I think sometimes I see a thing and I get annoyed because I think it is bad.
Yeah.
And also I think I'm amazed that so much money has been blown on a bad thing. But again, it's like then I'm angry for like 5 minutes and then I kind of move on with my life.
You don't do the YouTube video for
No.
2 hours. Weird.
And I would really love to have a genuine moment now, like that guy.
Yeah.
Like that guy. I'd love to have a thing
That's
that
the thing.
moves me to tears.
I had that, and I apologise for sounding like a Star Wars stan, but I am one.
Well, no, because you like it.
When Luke Skywalker showed up in The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
I remember cycling to the barber's immediately after that, or the
You
day
had to tell
after,
him.
or something.
Your hair had grown so much from that moment.
Maybe it was the day after. It must have been the day after. Anyway, I was cycling, and I was just like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I can't believe that happened when I watched that.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That was great. That was so
It was a
good
good moment. It was a really
Yeah.
good moment because I didn't know it was coming when I saw that either. Like that
Yeah.
wasn't spoiled for me at all. So when it did happen and I saw a green lightsaber, I was like, hang on.
Yeah.
Is
Even
this...
when I saw like there's like an X-wing, I just went to Liz. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's happening.
And she just went. That could be anyone's X-wing.
yeah,
And I just went. It isn't. It isn't. And it just the way it played out because you could just straight away. And I just remember thinking, holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe they've done that. It was amazing.
I tell you what's sad, genuinely, I really, aside from Avengers, I really can't think of the last time I've had that genuine moment of pure.
Well, I
explosive
think I got it
joy.
in No Way Home because I didn't know for sure that they were going to be in it, and I was actually kind of
that was
maintaining
good.
what I thought was a defensive kind of cynicism with No Way Home. I was like, I don't think they're going to be in it.
It was almost a fear that they weren't.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be disappointed.
They're going to be in it. Don't worry.
But I didn't want to think that only for Sony to pull the rug out from underneath my
Yeah.
feet. And so I didn't let myself hope in a funny sort of way.
Yeah.
And so when it happened, I was genuinely like, holy fucking shit, they actually managed this. Like, and I don't know how films are made, but I have a little bit of an idea of like how hard creative shit is to make.
Yeah.
And even on my little scale, I know what would have been involved, what wheels would have had to have turned to make that happen. And it's wild that they made it happen. And I did get shivers when it happened. I was really
and it's
excited.
quite a long movie, and genuinely,
Yeah.
after a while, I kind of forgot that, like, so
wait, this is going to happen,
there's
isn't
meant to
it?
be shit happening.
And then
yeah.
a portal opens, and you're like, "Oh, hang on, this is
happening.
This is actually fucking happening, isn't it? Oh my god!"
And it's weird. I think something must have embedded itself in my brain in like 2000, 2001, because there is a bit later in that movie where the original Spider-Man Danny Elfman theme starts playing, and honestly, I did feel. I was like, my heart's going, and I was like, oh my god, is this emotion? I'd forgotten what this is like.
It's like that clip of Mr. Burns. Smithers, my heart is racing, and he just goes. And that's it.
That was what it was.
My heart grew 4 sizes that day.
And that was the problem.
I'm sorry, sir. You have gigantism of the heart.
You're going to die.
Oh god.
But yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good.
I've got love.
Go on.
Thank you, sir, for allowing me.
Permission.
I'll permit it.
Kind of related to my first one.
Just this
only
once.
tangentially.
Okay.
I love.
Tangentially, that's a lovely
That's
word.
great
Oh, it's
word.
nice.
That's a lovely
It
Rolls
word.
off the
feels
tongue,
nice in
yeah.
the mouth. Yeah.
I love. Actually, no. I was going to say tangentially sounds like it rolls off the tongue, but
It's actually quite hard to say.
I kind of imagine like a can like being kicked down an alleyway.
Yeah.
Tangentially, it kind of bounces.
Yeah. True.
Anyway,
Nice.
I love baking a cake with instant cake mix.
Okay.
All these idiots
Now
putting all this
tell
work
me,
in.
tell me, John. How does instant cake mix work?
What it works is that you get a 500 gram. You're right. yeah.
I was trying to stifle a laugh and then I coughed.
You get a 500 gram bag of instant cake mix, and it goes. You just add 200 ml of water, 60 ml of oil, give it a stir, put it in the oven. You got a cake.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, John.
Please do.
This sounds like something a bro chef would do.
I was about to say, do you do it with your top off?
Fucking. Oh, yeah. I'm going to cook one of my patented Cliff's cakes.
Cliff's cake.
Cliff's cakes. I'm gonna get some of my cake mix here. Pour it in the
Doesn't
pan.
matter how much.
Put
just
some
chuck
oil
it
in. Put some water in. Give it a little stir. Pop it in the oven. Smash 2 pints. Get it out of the oven. Bob's your uncle. Fanny is your aunt.
Think about what you're saying, though. You know that a bro cook would be like, he'd be cracking eggs in his biceps.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would he need to crack eggs, though? Do you need eggs?
When you're making a regular cake, yeah.
But not in your...
Not
That's
with
what
your
he wouldn't be
bastard
doing.
cake.
That's what a weak beater would do.
That's true.
He's got a whisk like clench between 2 buttocks,
Yeah.
and he's just like squatting
over a bowl.
You got it. That's the only way to make them.
grunting
Yeah.
while he does it. Yeah. But no, it's great. Like I feel.
I've actually never done this.
But I've never baked a cake in my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should.
But I probably should.
But I feel like Mary Berry and her ilk. Now I'm looking at her and I'm like, great, she's lived to be like 98. She's doing well for herself.
Because she's eating nothing but perfectly baked cakes.
But I'm like, has nobody told her?
It's really easy.
It's so easy.
But it's cheaper as well.
They're really good cakes.
You can make them in mugs.
You make one of these.
Cake in a mug.
Yeah, you can do it. It's possible.
Cake in a mug.
Cake in a mug.
That'd be good.
Actually, Lucy got some cakes in mugs for Christmas.
Cake in a mug.
They're underwhelming.
Wait, so was it already in the mug?
No, it's like a little powder sachet.
Right.
You're meant to dunk it in a mug, add like some milk or whatever, give it a stir, put it in the microwave, and
Bam,
it's meant to turn into a cake.
And it was shit.
Well, yeah, because it didn't rise. So she did it, and you just have
Just like syrup.
And she's like, well, it's very tasty, but it's just like a pile of goo in the
Yeah,
bottom
I'd
of
probably
the
still
Cake in
eat
a
it.
mug.
cake in a mug.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't make that up.
That seems
Yeah.
sensational.
But no,
Mug
but
cakes.
but my story, it's because it's about me,
Oh.
is
I'll permit it.
we get these little cake mixes, and it's delightful.
Have you been doing it on the reg then?
Yeah, once a
right.
week, because if you're working at home.
Are you trying different cake models?
Yes,
brands?
we've done we've done about brands, but varieties.
Sure.
What flavour cakes have you had?
Done an orange cake
Delightful.
and a ginger cake.
I like a... Well, I've cooked a ginger cake myself.
Well, you see, you've put work in then. You must know, and you're asking me if there's eggs that go into it. You must have put eggs.
No, I meant in the instant version.
Oh, no.
I like a citrus cake. Like an orange cake sounds delightful.
But
for
it's
example.
coming.
No.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no but.
It sounded like there was a butt.
They're
no-
massively
I
sounding
love
like
a citrus
but.
cake. No, but.
That's great. It's delightful.
No,
yeah.
But
Like a
But-
lemon cake. No but.
Okay.
Lemon,
Okay.
orange.
But
I went to a newsagent locally, and I bought, because the woman there cooks her own cake in the newsagent.
she cooks it in the newsagent.
Well, probably upstairs.
Sure.
That sounds kind of illegal, actually.
Oh, well, I won't tell you where it is then. Or maybe they order them. No, I think she cooks them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
she
don't worry
cooks
about it.
them.
It's
She
not
makes a
important.
nice cake,
It's
yeah,
not
that's
important.
what
Maybe
you're
they're instant.
There is a cake.
Anyway, she sells orange cake. Doesn't sell it.
Yeah.
Wing wing.
Wing wing.
Yeah.
And I had to slice that. I was like, oh, this is lovely. But a lovely bit of orange cake. There's no but.
That's the end of the story.
Well, I went off on one a little.
That's a great
but
story, yeah.
you had a lovely orange
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah, and there's a lovely orange
Okay.
cake.
Yeah.
Sold completely legally.
Sure.
By a newsagent.
The thing is, like,
Is it like
That
a
she
brown
did
paper
not
bag?
cook herself.
okay, well, no, that's grand and all. But, like,
Instant cake.
if you're making an instant cake, you'd think,
Tell
like,
me more.
this is going to taste a bit shit.
You would
Sure,
think.
Yeah.
But
Lower your
actually, I've
expectations.
got
Do
to
you
say,
get a light fluffy sponge?
an incredibly light, fluffy sponge. That's
incredible.
It's well good.
Wow.
Give it a whisk, you know. And then, treat himself last week, bought a box of icing sugar.
Wow.
And there's a recipe printed.
What, a bit of a sieve in there, or you put water in there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Mickey
There's,
Glaze.
there's a little recipe on the side of the pack for making a glaze.
God, my
Good
mouth
God.
is just filled with saliva.
Oh,
My mouth's just filled with glaze
Yeah.
because I have a glaze gland.
A glaze, yeah. It's a lottery, really. What actually comes out?
I've
It's
got a
either
load of
glaze
glands,
or saliva.
and I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
but the weird thing is, it's like, you know, it's to make a glaze,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Glaze.
well, they spell it like glace
I
sometimes.
see.
Oh,
yeah.
do they? Like
Yeah.
glazed
I
cherries.
thought you were saying
Glaze,
something
yeah.
incorrectly.
You
And
take,
I
like,
pounced on it.
125 grams of icing sugar,
Good Lord.
which is like the finest powder in the world,
Like flour.
and then like 15 ml of water,
And a teaspoon for John.
and you would think,
Nice thick glaze.
well, you would
though.
think to yourself, that's not enough water.
Teaspoon
That's
of
not
gonna
water.
work.
That's
No.
fuck all.
But you keep stirring, and I had to add a tiny bit more water. But it turns into
It's a lie,
It's
but yeah.
but I'm following their recipe. It doesn't work. You add a tiny bit more water,
you
and
would think it's enough. And it wasn't.
And it wasn't. Yeah. And I was right.
but it turns into this delightful kind of like paste. And gotta say, that's delicious.
You had all of that, and I
You
make
lick,
another load
you
of
lick the
glaze.
bowl. You're having a good day. That's what I'm saying. But my point is, like, you know, you hear about bake sales. You hear about, you know, the village. Oh, how am I going to impress, you know, the Women's Institute? How am I going to get this perfect cake together to impress the
Yeah,
village?
Mrs. Goggles.
And the thing is, like, I've got I've just got this like instant cake mix.
Yeah, no one cares.
Bit of oil, bit of water.
You could beat them all.
Hour in the oven, and then to complete the lie, I've mixed some like icing sugar, got a nice glaze. Pour that on top. It's got a rustic quality.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Let that set. It is honestly as good as any cake I've ever just bought.
Do you think that Mary Berry could try your cake and detect?
I think if Mary
Berry would.
I think if Mary Berry ate my cake, she would shrivel up, like and just vaporize because it would expose her existence as a lie.
Yeah.
Because
So no. Then
she
would
turned
not
back
be...
into the powder from when she came.
Yeah, because she's a glaze. She's a living glaze.
I mean,
she came from the packet.
She's talking about a soggy bottom, and I'm like, Mary, this instant cake.
Yeah.
Pot
There's
calling the kettle black,
no
I
soggy
think.
bottoms over here.
No.
That does sound good.
That sounds great. I might try that.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
actually
good.
might. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you make one of those, you're eating cake for a week. It's delightful.
Yeah. Teach a
delightful.
man to make a cake. You eat
Yeah.
cake for the rest of your life.
You lead a man to water.
And he makes
He'll
a thick
be
glaze.
putting it into his instant cake.
But I'm
Yeah,
mix.
but
saying-
you need a bit more.
But I'm saying the economy.
Dip it in the river.
The economy of it, already got oil in my house. Water's free. That just comes out of a tap.
Free-ish,
As
yeah.
God intended.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you buy
Stand out in the rain for half hour.
Yeah.
you buy some cake mix. That's like £2. That's a week's worth of cake for 2 people.
You need a cake tin, I guess.
That's good.
I've
value,
got
isn't
cake.
it?
Well, yeah.
Do you have to
yeah.
use a
I
whole
think we have
packet
as well.
in one go?
Yeah, because that's 500 grams. Yeah.
I see.
That gives you a big ass
That's
cake.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ass cake.
I've made it in a circle. I've made it in a loaf. It's great.
What other shapes are available?
Could you do
I
a
don't know.
pentagonal cake?
A pentagonal cake.
Yeah, nice.
Could you do like a 50p themed cake? That's a hexagon.
That's a
isn't
set.
it?
That's a heptagonal.
Oh my god! Can you do that?
You godless heathen. Yeah.
What coin has
I
got
haven't
the
used
most
coins in a long
sides? 20p?
20p
Well,
is a
same as
hex.
same as for
50p is a hept.
Yeah. They're all anything that is in a circle is a heptagon.
Wait,
Is that-
20p is a heptagon. I thought that was a hexagon.
No, it's a heptagon.
1, 2,
What are you doing?
1, 2.
What is
It's a two-sided shape.
what is currency? I don't remember.
I know
Yeah.
it's a long time since I've had a
not
coin.
carried cash for a long time.
No, neither have I.
A 50p is a heptagon, and a 20 pence is a heptagon.
I believe you that a 50p is a heptagon, but I'm going to challenge you on the 20p being a heptagon.
Well, I would respectfully disagree.
Well, let's take this outside.
Let's go find
Throw
some
coins
actual
at each other.
currency.
Yeah. I sold my bike this week, which is a shame, isn't it?
I don't care.
see. Yeah.
But someone gave me
The wheels
cash.
were heptagons, weren't they?
Yeah.
That's why you sold
That's
it.
why I sold it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone gave me. I was like, "Do you want my PayPal?" He goes, "Oh, I've got cash."
Cash.
I'm like, oh my god.
Cash.
Which immediately made me think, I hope this cash is like legit
Sterile. Oh, right, yeah.
and sterile.
Yeah.
Both of those things.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? That
It
now
is
we're
weird.
like a cashless society.
Yeah.
We
All of a
kind of
sudden.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
That was a weird noise.
It is.
Necessary.
Those halcyon days of going to a Comic-Con and getting
Yeah.
getting all your
Getting
money
all
in
that
cash
currency
and
in,
then
yeah.
rolling on the hotel bed in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's gone now. You can't roll on a
Surround-
PayPal machine.
Surrounded by 20p's, jump on the bed, they fly up in the air, hit you in the face. It's
Yeah.
a nightmare, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good feeling to roll on like £5.60, which is usually what we pay.
in coppers as well.
Very good.
We'll never know. Future generations won't know the horrible smell of a handful of currency.
No, yeah, it really did.
that
yeah.
sweaty metal smell.
And that little like grime you got on your hand.
Oh
From
yeah, like
handling
Yeah.
too many 2p's.
Like a
which you know
grease.
was just basically collected person grime.
Yeah.
Like it was just bits of people. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
We had an interesting experience at university where they would like tell you what was on your hands.
I'm going to use my inhaler for a second.
Yeah,
Oh, it's good.
that was good audio.
Oh, yeah.
So
Please go on.
you went to like the student union nightclub and they would like, we're going to test what's under your fingernails.
okay.
Oh,
Well,
We were like,
no.
that's cool. Because I've got nothing to hide.
I
Never
never-
done drugs.
I
Don't
never
do
did
drugs,
that.
kids.
nothing to fear, nothing to hide.
So so you had this done to you.
Yeah.
And what did you have?
Like they were like, oh yeah, there's like 4 different drugs under you I was like, I promise I've never done drugs. Which is true. And they were
And
like,
you were
nah.
wearing that hat
Yeah.
as well.
I was wearing,
So,
yeah,
like,
I was
yeah,
wearing,
you
I was
know
wearing
you
like a
don't do
hemp t-shirt. And they were like, no, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. It's probably just handling money. And it's like, wow.
So we're probably avoiding that these days.
Yeah.
With not
It's
handling
like,
any
isn't
cash.
that
Yeah.
incredible that you
That's
can end up with
wild.
all that on you just from handling
Which is
money?
weird because when I'm doing coke, I like to I like
Off a
to
2p coin.
yeah, I like to, I've got 2 PayPal card readers, and I just like to kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah,
spread
That's
it
the
out,
way
yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another drug
Yeah.
anecdote that I can't think of because I don't know how drugs work.
What are you doing? Where you're doing some primo gack.
Yeah. When I'm doing crocodile off an LCD display, you know.
Put it in your ear or
Yeah, I don't know. You,
your eyes,
inject your collarbone. I don't know.
It could be anything,
something.
I don't know.
Doesn't cocaine just seem like a very quaint drug nowadays?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know.
You're the coke
Fiend.
Fiend?
I was thinking fiend. Yeah,
Yeah, fiend's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Sure.
really. Yeah. Drugs.
I think all the kids are on ket and nitrous nowadays.
Yeah, you see a lot of nitrous canisters.
I don't know what nitrous is. Oh, is that? Oh, that's what those are.
There's little
Yeah,
bottles.
charges.
Is that the laughing gas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Little metal bottles.
Well, at university they sold balloons filled with that. And they said,
Yeah.
These balloons are for dancing with.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lol. Yes. That's the. I'm not ashamed to say that is the hardest substance I've ever done.
Yeah.
Nitrous.
I think you with me.
No, I was at university.
Oh,
Yeah.
so was I.
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they sold them in the union, and they were like, "These are for dancing with."
Yep.
Sure. Whatever
Sure
you
they
say,
are.
vendor.
Why would you put nitrous in a balloon to dance with?
Why not?
You put helium or
Wait.
just air.
They give you a fully loaded syringe of black tar heroin. This is for dancing with.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Oh, okay. It's just like a glow stick.
Somebody told me.
Anyway, you must have a love.
I do have a love.
I can't wait to
What's
hear
the
it.
worst thing about animals?
They
Prepared again.
poo in your house.
No.
Okay.
That's not the one I was thinking of.
Okay. They can't talk.
Boom.
What?
You've nailed it.
Wow.
Oh my god! I can't believe I hit it.
You've nailed it. Animals can't talk, John.
And you love that they
news,
can't.
news to me. Carry on.
I love that the dog in our house, it has a voice through us.
Oh.
I feel this has come up.
I think
before.
we
I wondered if
might
it
have
had.
done
Yeah.
I
this
wondered if it had.
one.
But I'm going to go with it anyway.
Well, let's adapt it slightly because you have applied it to this voice.
Yeah,
To my
well,
cat.
there is an extension of this.
I feel.
Yeah.
I just want to put it on record. I feel the weak and kind of tentative authority you
Once had.
established over this show is dwindling by the moment.
The
is what
energy
I'm
is
saying,
falling
yeah.
away.
You
Like
came in with a
pieces-
lot of confidence and not much to back it up, and I'm just
Here's the evidence.
yeah. But please
I'm
continue.
going to take that all on board. I'm
Yeah.
going to carry on anyway.
Sure.
Please continue with
That's the
your bullshit.
confidence
yeah.
I want.
Right, so, all right, maybe it's come up before, so I'll skip past the first bit. We've given the dog a voice.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
voice goes a bit like this. Oh, hello.
Yes.
I'm Daisy, I'm a dog. Like, so on.
It's a weird voice.
The weird extension of it now is that we do it for every fucking animal.
Yeah.
Every animal that's on the telly, every animal we come across in person, even downstairs when we came in and saw Bradley,
Yep.
I did that voice.
You did?
What's
Yes.
that all about?
Yeah.
Why does every animal have to have the same voice?
It's a weird voice
love doing
to
it, though.
choose as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's quite...
It's not a particularly animal type voice. Like when
No.
I was a childhood dog, he used to have a very high voice, and he was a boy. It was like, "Hello, I'm Sammy."
Oh, when you did his voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, when
actually
Sammy spoke.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the moment I've chosen to reveal that
But, like,
I had a talking dog as a child.
We've just got a cat
Yeah,
called Dashi,
yeah,
and you were running past our house.
I was.
When we weren't in.
Well,
and
I was walking to the run.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there. But
No,
whatever,
I
yeah.
was.
You were sprinting
I
past
was,
the house.
I was yogging.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Dashi was at the window looking out.
I was like, "Oh, hello."
And you did that voice. And
did
then
the
and then
voice.
you told me later,
Yeah.
Dashi was there and he was like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
And I was like, "What's going on?"
Why have I therefore applied the same voice to every animal?
This is your animal voice.
You're not massively creative.
Yeah. I think it is that.
Wow.
I think if this love shows anything, it's probably that.
Or maybe you've kind of peaked in a way. Like you have
John's
found.
so upset, isn't he?
Because it's
took over
the
intro.
power grab.
Yeah, you have found a
Yeah.
quintessential.
He's trying to retain the power at the end of the episode.
I don't do this voice thing that you and Liz do, but sometimes Ali will talk to Dashi and she'll be like, "Hey Dashi," and I will do his voice and I'll just be like, "Hello, mother."
Yeah.
And I will do this like
mean,
really
that's very intense.
like terrifying
Yeah, yeah.
tyrant voice because I think that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who thinks it's funny, but I laugh.
like it.
I have a
I thought
little
it was
laugh to
good,
myself, you know. But your voice is
Daisy in my head has a very specific voice,
It's
which is Vicky Pollard, which is gradually. That's the voice in my head. Vicky Pollard is Daisy's voice.
Yeah, and I think having spent time with your dog, I think that's quite fair.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
But now we've extended that. Like every single time we watch a show called The Doghouse,
right.
which is about dogs being rehomed
Why is it called the doghouse then?
because they're dogs. They live in like a doghouse.
I understand now. Thanks for that.
keep going.
Yeah,
It's fine.
But then the dog, we give every dog in that show the voice. We're like, oh, hello, I'm a dog. I want to be adopted. So I mean, this says more about us than anything else.
Oh, it says a lot about you.
like
yeah.
Liz and I and our marriage and what we're doing.
Well, we
within
all
that, but
develop a few cranky routines, don't we, when we
Yeah.
settle into
Yeah.
a long-term
It
relationship?
is funny
I do enjoy it though.
It
which
is
why I'm
funny
bringing
hearing
it up as
Liz
a
do the
love.
voice as well, because for the longest time I've heard you do the voice.
Yeah.
And then recently,
Liz does the same
I
voice.
heard Liz do the voice, and it's the exact same voice.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, and it's
I
amazing.
enjoy doing it.
It's
I'm
weird-
unashamedly proud of it. Actually.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's funny though, because I think I skew closer to Nick when it comes to voicing an animal.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, Bradley, our cat, is very much like, I disapprove.
Yeah.
Mother. You know? Like he's more of an asshole. I think
Maybe it's the difference between a cat and a dog.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like Daisy's probably quite stupid, frankly.
But also like kind of like lovably
Yeah, she's like,
naive.
oh,
you know?
hello, I'm sorry, I displeased you.
sorry I got in the way.
She's smart in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Whereas Dashi and Bradley are like, they want what they want, and they're going to
Yeah.
go get it.
Because Lucy and I popped over to your house
You
a
did,
week
thank-
or so ago
thank you for
to
that.
check on your dog.
Thank you so much.
And we had very strict
You
instructions.
have a key, do you?
Well, we got in.
Oh, that's good.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you
That's
told-
all that matters. Yeah.
you left us
Oh,
instru-
that's what that was.
You left us instructions and we did them,
Thank you.
which was like, check on the dog,
the door in.
let her out in the garden,
Yeah, did say that.
and then give her her weird rubber toy, which is full of cheese.
Cheese. I hope it's
Yeah.
cheese.
We could not get your dog to go outside
Really?
for love,
yeah,
for
she
love
went.
nor money.
I thought she'd love to go outside.
No, because we were like,
Not when there's people.
Daisy, do you want to go outside? And she's like, no. And she just sat in front of the fridge and stared at it,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Stared
Yeah.
at the fridge.
at the fridge, because she knew
There's
that
something
in that
in there.
fridge
Just cheese.
was a plastic tube.
She
full
saw
of
us put it in
cheese.
there.
Yeah.
Ah,
And-
clever
and we
girl.
Food driven.
We could not get her outside, and she could not wait for us to leave, because then she would
She
get
get something.
get her cheese.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, very food driven, that dog.
Mm.
He's like, oh, thanks for coming, John and Lucy.
Thanks for my
But
cheese.
you can leave now, so I can have my cheese.
Please fuck off! I want my cheese.
Yeah, that's
my
it.
cheese.
That's what the voice
Please
is.
give me my cheese.
I want my Edam.
Well, I apologise if I brought that up before, but there you go. I've
Well,
done it now.
heaven forbid that we.
This is
repeat
me
ourselves.
handing the power back to you, John, because I've had enough of it. Now.
Oh, it's very gracious of you to give me back the power, which
Well,
I've hard
you
won.
didn't actually finish the business end at the start.
No.
I don't want to criticise.
No.
He brought it. He started talking about it, and then we got into Sonic.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
And
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
got waylaid.
We-
But we didn't finish it.
Yeah. Well, what I'd like to say is, if you don't feel comfortable supporting us on Patreon, or if you are not in
I thought you were talking to me.
if you're not in a situation where you can, I'm not looking at you, so please shut up.
I don't feel comfortable supporting this on.
You
Patreon.
you can support the show.
Who can?
By leaving us a review
Oh, me.
on
Yes.
Apple
I don't go on Apple.
or Spotify or any other podcast provider.
I wouldn't care to do that.
And if you leave us a review, we will be immensely grateful. It helps boost the show. It helps get it into the eyes.
Yeah,
of
I'll
other
draw you a
people.
picture.
How much does it help boost the show?
Will you though?
won't.
Nick
Money-
probably
in a
won't,
minute-
No, I'll draw a
monetary-
picture, but I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah, it'll be a private picture.
Yeah, one of my
In
private
a
pics.
monetary value, how much would a review benefit us?
I don't think money can really be applied to something so valuable.
Yeah.
That's a good way of saying he doesn't know.
It's a good way of
Yeah.
saying this podcast is shit.
Yeah.
Well, and I'd like to give a shout out to a friend of the show,
Someone left us a review.
PJ, Roberic Montgomery, who's left us a review on
What?
Apple.
what? On
What a
Apple?
on
What did
Apple?
he say on Apple?
Well, he said some nice things, didn't he?
Did he?
Like,
How many stars did he give us?
I don't know. It's irrelevant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's more than 2, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
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 I'd be happy if he gave us 2 stars. I'd be like, that's fair.
2 stars, good, very good for a first try.
Very good try.
Passable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel when you hit episode 200, you're really gonna
Get into
your
your stride,
stride.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But
Yeah.
no, he left us a review, and it's immensely appreciated.
And here's the thing, like we're talking about him now because he left a review, and we could be talking about you, listener. Dear.
Yeah.
No, not
Not
you.
me, not
We
No.
could say a nice thing about you.
Me?
Question
I mean, it's
mark?
not. No.
About the listener.
It's not a promise that we'll talk about you.
That's what I have.
Me?
No, not you.
No, not me.
I have a sore neck, so my head kind of just leans towards you. It doesn't mean I care about you or the things you have to say.
Thank you.
Ever.
That's good. Yeah.
That's the nicest thing you ever said to me.
Well, it is. Yeah. The most neutral thing I've ever said towards you. So, what do we think won?
Oh yeah, we've got to do that, haven't we?
Yeah, love or
Yeah.
hate?
I forgot about that. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
very good at this as the head of this show.
It's a good thing you handed the power back, really.
I know the first line and then it just falls apart.
That
Yeah.
shows.
So glad you're here. I'm going to be marginally controversial.
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel it's love, but I'm going to say hate.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it's love, but I also kind of feel inclined to say hate because I think we had a lot of fun tonight with the hates. And I think the way to depower hate is by loving it.
Is to embrace it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think, Chris Ray?
I don't think it matters what I think.
No, it doesn't.
As a humble co-presenter.
Humble my ass.
However,
Sub co-presenter.
junior co-presenter.